That one's going to come inside right there. It's going to even the count at 2-2. Good job there by Pearl. Again, as we mentioned, he watches a lot of pitches, but that's his job, obviously, too. Part of the leadoff position there is to share information with your teammates behind you and hopefully give them some information that they haven't seen. That's going to come inside, too. Got close to hitting him right there, but that's going to run the count to full.
Yeah, Pearl quickly down 1-2 in the count. Has worked it back full here. And see if he can do that job, draw a walk, or grab a base hit.
Going to ground that one through in between the first and second base, in between first and second base right there in the 4-hole. Excellent job by Pearl there with that full count. Good quality at bat by Pearl to turn on that pitch and get the leadoff guy on. Etowama trying to flip the script here and trying to answer the 4 runs put on the board by the Lakers in the top of the first and answer that pretty quickly here. So you got Madden Butler coming up, who is playing third today. Played first for us the other night and shifted over to third today. That's kind of what you do here in the non-conference beginning of the year. As that ball gets away, they're going to check Pearl over at first. That gets away. That's going to be an error on them, and Pearl with his speed is going to go ahead and try to take third. I like the aggressiveness, and he got in safely. That throw was wide to the third baseman, and Pearl had a good slide head first in on toward the home plate side where that throw was wide, and he was able to dive in and get in. Now you have no outs. Excellent RBI situation here for Madden Butler.
Great slide there by Pearl. Excellent slide. Thought he should have held up for a split second. Great throw by the Lakers, but just wide enough to allow Pearl to slide to the inside part of the bag.
Excellent pitch right there. Madden Butler's going to drive that one out to center field and just hit it on the line. It is going to be a sacrifice, and that's going to get the run in. And with that sac fly, again, that's going to be brought to you by the ICC Wesley Foundation. But ICC quickly there gets on the board with a run right there and an RBI for Madden Butler.
Good job by Butler there. On a day like today, it's one of those where Butler hit that right on the nose, but if he gets that ball up, he hit it so well and gets it in that wind like the Lakers did in the first, he probably runs that out of here.
No doubt. I agree with you, Colin. That's going to be Reed Kent coming up. Shortstop today. Reed coming in and takes strike one quickly down 0-1. Kent swinging at the next pitch, and he is driving that one. That's going to go.
That's out of here. Again,
it's out of here.
Seeing the ball fly well in the park today. So yeah. Little Oppo Taco action.
I'm telling you, if you want to look at, if you want some little offense today, folks, you need to get on out and see us here today at the ballpark because the ball is flying right now. It's third home run hit between both teams just in the first inning. So Kent quickly answering right there and taking that pitch where he needed to. It was an outside pitch and drove it to left field. And answering right there, Indians cut the lead in half.
Now up to bat for the Indians.
Yeah, no scoreboard today for those of you just tuning in. We are in the bottom of the first with one out for the Indians. Lakers currently have a 4-2 lead.
It's going to bring up Brody Thompson, who's in the cleanup position here for the Indians. Brody comes in with a .355 batting average. Does have, looks like 3 home runs already himself on the year and 3 doubles coming into today. And he's got 12 RBIs. Bases are clear after that Reed Kent home run. That one comes in there, first pitch swing, and that's going to get through, and that's going to be a base hit. Again, Indians answering the Lakers' call. They said, whatever you can do, I can do better. And so they're putting the hits in, and now they have 3 hits compared to the Lakers, too.
Coming up to bat for the Indians, number 7, Cannon Graham.
So that's going to bring up Cannon Graham, who is your second baseman for the Indians. And Cannon comes in today with a .484 batting average. He leads the team currently in batting average. So we'll see what Cannon can do. He does take strike one quickly right there. That's kind of a low and end pitch there that is high enough to cross at the knee or level or a little higher there. So it does get in the strike zone. They're going to check Kent over at first. He gets back, no problem. Cannon's got 15 hits on the year. He does have 4 doubles, 12 RBIs on the year, as he's going to take strike 2 quickly down 0-2. Lawfer doing a good job of getting out in front.
Yeah, Lawfer stayed away early, and he's come in here on Graham on those first 2 pitches.
No movement over there at
I
first.
got it.
That's gonna catch him right there on the elbow a little bit, on that right elbow or right arm there. It looks like probably the right elbow, just enough to where he takes that. So he was down 0-2, and now he's hit by a pitch.
Houston.
It's going to put him on. So now you got runners at first and second, and that brings up Houston Green, who is the DH today.
Yeah, good job by Graham there. Again, they tried to come back inside and just a little too far inside and hit him.
That breaking pitch was too far outside right there and it's called a ball. Houston Green coming in today with, let's see if I can pull it up here. As he fouls that pitch back 1-1 count. But Green coming in with a .303 batting average. Does have 10 hits on the year thus far. Green's got 4 home runs on the year and 12 RBIs. That was too far outside right there. That's going to be called a ball. 2-1 count. Good eye right there. Again, runner at second. Of course, runner at first, but we do have a runner in scoring position. The Indians have cut this lead to 4-2. So 3 hits so far on the bottom of the first for Etowamba. And that breaking pitch, I'm going to call that kind of a little slider, looks like to me, but comes in there, and that is going to be a call to strike, 2-2.
Yeah, Green got off to a hot start. Start the season's kind of faded off a little bit, but he's been consistent. Played a lot of different positions for the Indians so far to start the year.
Couldn't pull the trigger. They're going to call it.
Didn't get
No
check.
Oh, yeah, he did.
Home
Okay.
plate umpires doing.
I didn't say. I thought they called him out, but anyway, it does. So that's going to be the strikeout right there.
It's
It's going to be the second out of the inning.
Will Cavanis.
And that's going to leave it up to Cavanis to see if he can get that runner in from second right there, who is in scoring position for the Indian. Cavanis, as I told you, he's playing first today for the Indians. He comes in with a .368 batting average. Does have 7 hits on the year, 2 of those being doubles, and he has 2 home runs on the year. That one bounces out. Good job there on the part of Winkleman for the Lakers to bounce outside out there and block that pitch up that was in the turf and keep the runners from moving up. Wind blowing out pretty heavily here today. It will slow down. That's going to be lined right at the shortstop. Well hit right there by Cavanis, but hit on the line. And the shortstop there, Colon, did a good job there for the Lakers. So ICC able to get 2 runs in that inning, cut the lead in half. Did get 3 hits, so it's 4-2 ICC. We're going to go to a break, and we'll be right back. All right, we're back again, and this is going to bring up Eduardo Letamendi, who is the third baseman for your Lakeland Lakers. This will be his first at bat of the day. Cagle still on the mound, pumps that first pitch in there, and hits the outside corner for strike 1. Good job there by Cagle. Hitting that spot there and getting ahead quickly, 0-1. Don't know if I met you. That's going to be grounded in. Ooh, a nice play by Kent. Diving, comes up,
What
throw.
a
That's going to be
play.
out.
What a play.
What a heck of a play there by Kent. He dove out there in the 6-hole, made that stop right there, popped up and threw that. That was a perfect strike. He made up for that error in the first inning right there, Colin.
He sure did. That's exactly what I was about to say, Dr. Boggs, trying to make up for that bad throw in the first there because that was an excellent play. Should have been a hit, but great job by Kent.
Yeah, that's, again, like you say, should have been a hit, but good job by Kent. Excellent defense right there by the Indians. Excellent way to respond, and that's going to bring up Madden Johnson, who's the left fielder for the Lakeland Lakers. Currently, you got Madden Butler playing a little bit in on the corners there. Just now, he's going to kind of creep it back a little bit further after pitch number 1, making sure that he's not going to try to lay that bunt down. That one's going to go high. Ball 2, 2-0 count to Madden Johnson, who is batting in the 9 slot now for the Lakers. Johnson comes in with looks like 250 batting average today, as he's going to take strike 1 there. Good job by Cagle. You know, and that's the thing. If you're Cagle, that's got to give you some confidence that your defense is playing behind you right there.
Right, and the fact that we answered with 2, hopefully give Cagle a little confidence and settle in.
Pumps that back in there. It's going to be high for ball 3, 3-1. It's going to be a hitter's count here. See what Johnson's going to be doing, whether he's going to be – got to be waiting on that perfect pitch if you're Johnson. He found it, lines it to short.
Tough play.
I'm going to give that a hit right there. These are the unofficial stats when Brad's doing them. And you probably even throw another unofficial on there. But that would be my call. That's going to be a hit. It was a tough play right there. It's kind of one of those line shots that makes it about to just a few feet in front of Kent right there, and then decides to drop and take a bounce right there. And it's just a tough play at short. I'm going to give that a hit. He hit that on the line. So
I agree with you, Dr. Boggs. That's definitely a hit. Tough play there for Kent.
Tough play where Cagle throws back over back to the top of the lineup now. You got Jalen House, who is if y'all remember, those of you who were with us and those of you who weren't, we apologize, but those of you who were, he led off the game for the Lakers with a home run to start that game with quickly and put them ahead 1-0, and he's going to square the bunt, pulls back. That's going to be ball 1.
Shows the versatility with House here, and you said it earlier with the stolen base numbers that he has as a leadoff guy, but also has power there at the top of the order. What the Lakers want, and then right here, good position for them. Hopefully Cagle can settle in.
Squaring the bunt again, pulls back, takes strike 1. So it's going to be a 1-1 count here. 3 hits apiece. Currently on the board now for Lakeland and Etowamba. 4-2 lead. Runner at first. 1 out. Checking back over to first. He easily gets back in. No issues there. That was Aiden. If you heard that, that was Aiden. He's spreading a little sneeze up here. No problem. We're all good.
Plenty of vitamin C today. That sun's been shining. Where's that D? That's D. Vitamin D.
We'll take it. It's one of those vitamins. It's a vitamin. It's a vitamin that gets in your system and is good for you. That's ball 2, 2-1. Came in low right there on the inside part of the plate, 2-1. House doing a good job up there at the plate as he did the first inning, and now quickly takes ball 3, 3-1.
3-1 here, and Riley with those lefties earlier with Byers, he went to that changeup and hasn't went back to it here with House.
Not only is the wind blowing that flag out there pretty bad, but it's also blowing the flag pole as House takes ball 4 and walks. That's going to move the runners up, or the runner up to second. House now at first. But again, wind, probably this is the windiest day I've seen this year out at Crescent Field. I don't have the gauge on what the wind is blowing out there, but it is definitely blowing pretty stout out there. So anything up in the air for either team gets tricky on that defense. Logan Winkleman up for the Lakers, takes ball 1. Winkleman reached on the error. He's the one who reached on the error by Kent in that throwing error in the first inning. And he quickly takes ball 1.
So real quick, Dr. Boggs, we have a south-southwest wind, which is blowing out to dead center here. If you see the flag, at 16 miles an hour.
16 miles an hour. That's going to be fouled back right there at you. into the netting. Strike one, 1-1 count. So definitely enough wind, as we mentioned, to get that ball up. Anything up in the air, it's going to play a little havoc on those defenders out there trying to get set up under the ball and make sure and just kind of make a play on it. So Bryson Jackson setting up outside here. He hits his spot. Ball. 2-1.
Yeah, gust up to 20 to 22 miles per hour with wind gust currently. So definitely a swift breeze here at Roy Crescent Field today.
Coming back, ball three, outside. 3-1 count on Winkleman. Again, runners at first and second here. 1 out. Swings through that pitch. Strike 2, runs the count to full. Lakeland Lakers up 4-2 on Etowama, quickly jumping out in front in that first inning, scoring 4 runs in the top of the first. Etowama answering with 2 in the bottom of the first. And now we are in the top of the second inning. Outside, that's going to be ball 4. Going to load the bases. 1 out, load the bases here. And that's going to bring up Sharif Cologne.
Up to that, 0-0, Sharif Cologne.
Who's, again, reached last time on, he reached by walking. So he was walked his first at bat.
Did walk. And going back to the first and talking about those home runs, Dr. Boggs, even if you take away the error and the walk, of course, again, miscues by the Indians, we're sitting here in a unearned runs. We've talked about that a lot with staff and just playing clean baseball.
Sharif swings at Cologne, swings at strike 1 right there. Quickly, Cagle ahead, 0-1. Got to be careful here. You don't have a place to put a runner, so, got to throw strikes. You are also facing the number 3 batter in the lineup. That's
trouble.
That's going to be trouble, and I think Cologne knows it, and he drives that one out. That's a no-brainer right there, but that one's hit out. That's going to be a grand slam home run for Cologne right there. And both teams showing power and pop off the bats today and driving in runs, hitting the long ball. So that's going to be a 4 RBIs right there for Cologne.
Yeah, good job by Cologne there if you're a Lakers fan. Unfortunately for the Indians, but good job by Cologne. Again, Riley falling behind in the count. Cologne sitting on that and driving it out of the yard to left.
Definitely sitting on that pitch, and that one came in there, floated around right there. And definitely was one that he was able to drive. So excellent job. That's going to bring up Kyle Hartman, the DH, who had a sac fly his last at bat and was able to move the runner up as he takes ball 1. I don't see any action in the bullpen right now. This is a 9-inning game for those of y'all who are watching. Apparently it's going to be a long 9-inning game with the way this offense is for both squads right now. That one's going to be fouled back. That's going to get out of play down the right field side right there or toward the bullpen of the Lakeland Lakers. If you're a fan of offense right now, you need to come out to the ballpark. This one's one of those where you're seeing the ball fly and seeing a lot of offense. So come see us. There's still plenty of time. I know the concession stand should be open as far as I know. I don't smell any burgers at this point, but Aiden will tell us about it here shortly, and he'll let us know whether the BSU concession stand is open and for business. I'm going to say you need to check that, and they are. He said no, he's safe. He did not go around. He did not commit. That's going to be ball 2, 2-1. That's going to be strike 1 right there. Good job. 2-2 count here on Hartman.
Yeah, early in the season, Coach Lott mentioned that this morning. A lot of games, weather, moving games, that kind of thing, and pitchers having to turn around and playing these 9 and 7 and a lot of back-to-back days, and you want those pitchers to give you a lot of innings. Good pitch there by Cagle to get that Renaissance Bank strikeout.
Yeah, excellent job right there. Needed that out right there. That's going to bring out the second out of the inning, and so needed that. And Lakeland coming into another, as we mentioned earlier in the broadcast, we play them every year, and they're another Illinois team that's come down. We called another game from an Illinois team that we played earlier, and they get down here and they make those tours, as that's going to be lined perfectly there. Good job by Isaac Flowers to line that in the 6-hole over there past Madden Butler to get the hit. Took that pitch just where it needed to be, and so took what he was given there by Cagle and got a base hit out of it. So with 2 outs, you got a 2-out base hit with Flowers now at first, and that's going to bring up Logan Nagel, who had a home run his first at bat.
Yeah, Nagel had a 2-run home run to center, and really struck that ball well, got it up in that wind, and
that one's going to be down to short. Kent is going to come up throwing right there and gets the out at first. Third out of the inning right there. Kent doing a good job of getting that, but not before Lakeland was able to get a grand slam home run in the inning, put 4 more up on the board here in the top of the second. Lakeland up 8-2. We're going to take a break. And you're back here at Crescent Field here in Fulton.
With number 14,
bottom of the second inning.
Jackson.
Lakeland College quickly up 8-2, putting 4 up in the first inning, 4 up in the second inning on the Indians. ICC answered with 2 in the bottom of the first, and now that's going to bring up here in the bottom of the second to lead off this inning is going to bring up Bryson Jackson, who is behind the plate today doing the catching duties for the Indians, and he is quickly up 1-0 on Still Lawfer, who is out there pitching for Lakeland, who throws that second pitch inside, too far inside, went out on the first pitch, in on the second pitch, ball 2, 2-0. That pitch, breaking ball right there, and kind of shocked me a little bit, but my angle's not quite as good, but that's 2-1 count right there, and that's called a strike. So there it is. That's lined. That's going to be a hit right there over the second baseman. That's going to go out into right field. Lead-off hit there by Etowamba. So good job by ICC again to answer back, keep those bats hot. That's what you got to do in these games. You got to keep battling. Right now, when things aren't going well on the mound, and things are kind of, obviously ICC's got 2 errors out there on the board, but Lakeland's got 1. But when things are kind of going the way they are, you got to keep battling back and keep putting that bat on the ball.
That's right. Let's see if Gunn can keep that going here.
That definitely needs to happen. You got Trey Gunn. This is his first at bat. He is in the 9 spot today. So kind of looking at different parts. And that's what you do this time of year. You look at different parts. You look at your lineup. You're trying to get it set for conference play, and that's big. Is that one's going to drift over outside there for ball 1, 1 ball, 1 strike. But, if you're Coach Lott, that's what you're trying to do this time of year. You take this opportunity not only to look to see who you want on the mound, when you're going to put them in, relief pitcher, starting pitcher, whatever, middle reliever. That one's going to be outside for ball 2, but you're also looking at your batting lineup and seeing where you want to position people when it comes time for conference play.
That's right. When talking with Coach Lott this morning, talking about resiliency as well, bouncing back from Tuesday's games. Coming in here, day like today, down 8-2, but knowing the wind, blowing out, and putting up 2 in the first, coming out swinging here with Jackson, getting the leadoff single. Just got to keep chipping away at it.
No doubt about that. It's all you can do in these situations. That was going to be outside again. Good job by Trey Gunn. Good eye right there to run the count 3-1. Not being overly aggressive or too aggressive up there at the plate to where he's just going up there swinging. Again, you're down 8-2, but guess what? It's just the second inning, and so we got 7 innings left of this thing, or 6 and 6 2/3, or no, 6 and 3. So basically, you got a lot of time left to play baseball here if you're Etowamba, as that one's going to be chopped foul down the third. So 7 innings of ball left to play, so you're good to go.
A lot of at bats left, and I'm sure Coach Lott told him in the dugout at half inning. Good at bats, getting it to the next guy. And like we said earlier, keep chipping away at this. And you look at the scoreboard, 4 hits for us to 5 for them, but the long ball has been the big difference maker for them so far.
That pitch comes in there. That could be a double play ball. They're going to flip it, goes to second. Good play right there, and Gunn runs it out as best he can, but they get the out. Quick double play right there. That is going to be a Little Caesars double play for the Lakeland Lakers. And not the answer you want if you're Etowamba, because you're really hoping to get that runner over, at least advance the runner over to second, get in scoring position, but unable to do so, as the Lakers made a good defensive play to get 2 outs.
Yeah, Pearl brings Pearl back up. He led off the game with a single to right field and then gets one in the gap here.
Quickly up, Pearl, yeah, he's swinging on the first pitch and lines that one out into left center, if you want to call it. Center fields it, holds Pearl at first. That's going to be a clean single.
Yeah, Gunn runs really, really well, and he hit that ball in the one spot. He hit it firm enough to the second baseman right at
Out to
him,
bat
able
for
to
the
quickly
Indians,
make that
number
turn.
17, Madden Butler.
That's going to bring up Butler. Butler up, he did have an RBI his first at bat. Drove in the first run for the Indians there. Had that sacrifice fly. So Butler will be up to try to see if he can continue this inning and continue and keep it going here with 2 outs in the bottom of the second. Again, ICC down 8-2 as that ball is going to float high right there. And if it floats high on Madden Butler, that's pretty high.
Yeah, Madden working back in the lineup, playing Tuesday. Been out for a couple of games here. Good to see him back. Get his bat back in that lineup. And let's see if Madden can take advantage of leaving one up in his wheelhouse here, Dr. Bob.
Committed to that. Half swing, but committed enough. They went around. That's going to be strike one. 1-1 count right there on Butler. The runner at first is going to be Jacob Pearl, who has a single on. He's got 2 singles, but that one he singled twice. As that's going to be strike 2 on the outside corner, 1-2 count. Fans not liking it, as Adam Gore would say. You got some boo birds out there that are mentioning and talking about that call, but again, you're down 1-2 count here. You got to protect the plate. And he does that, and guess what? Oh, that's going to be, yep.
Man,
But tough break right there. It was just perfect. It was placed in the hole out there because you had the runner going, and the second baseman was headed to second to try to for the steal right there. Butler put it in play, but it just hit the runner. And so that's going to be the 3rd out of the inning. And so 3 outs. ICC not able to put any runs on the board in the bottom of the second. We're going to take a break. Lakeland leading 8-2. Welcome back. Again, you got Bryce Bowers. This is the top of the 3rd inning here. Lakeland Lakers from Illinois coming down to play some ball here. We've seen them every year. I say every year. I just told a lie right there to everybody listening to us on the Gray Channel. I have no idea. But we have seen them for the past few years in a row. I do know that. And glad to have them come back down as he takes strike one, 0-1 count. Then he's going to pump ball one back in there, 1-1. Riley Cagle still on the mound, and it is Bryce Byers. And I don't have what he did up to bat first, Colin.
So Byers struck out swinging, went back-to-back changeups there from Cagle to get him in the first for the third out of the inning with a big Renaissance Bank strikeout.
Excellent, good. All right, so got that down. So 2-1 count now as he does swing at that one. That one's going to be popped up. There should be a play made on this one. Gunn looks like he's setting up under it and does make the play out there in center field. Quickly, one out. Good job right there. Excellent start. Probably, well, no, he got the first out of the second inning too. So, wouldn't say this is the best start for Cagle in an inning, but not true necessarily. But let's hope we can turn around and get this second big out right here. 5 hits apiece on the board for both squads out there.
That's ball one to Letamendi. Letamendi grounded out to short. That was a big diving play by Reed Kent to take a hit away from Letamendi his first at bat.
Ball comes back in there. That ball is going to be high 2-0 count to Letamendi.
That ball there by Byers, it just kind of tells you about the wind today, Dr. Byers. Didn't think he hit it very well, and it was still deep out there to Gunn.
It was very deep out there to Gunn. Again, the outfield's going to have to play deep, for both squads, as that's going to be ball 3-0 count. But outfield's going to have to play deeper than normal, in my opinion. With anything hit out there, it's going to carry. Comes back for strike one, 3-1 count to Letamendi. Letamendi, he did ground out to short his first at bat. That was that good play, if I'm not mistaken, that Kent made out there, the diving catch out there and stab out there to get the big out. But he walks here, gets four balls right there, and draws the walk. So that's going to put a runner on with one out. And that is going to bring up Madden Johnson, who is your left fielder for the Lakers.
Yeah, Johnson singled to left last at bat, fastball away, and took it right to left field, drove that ball the other way.
Ball one, up and out.
Like a change up there, trying to start him off from Cagle. That's a pitch that Cagle, and talking with Coach Lott and Coach Evans, to be really good, he's got to have that change up.
Ball out and high right there. 2-0. Still no activity in the bullpen. I don't see any activity in either bullpen right now. Again, of course, you would hope with your starting pitcher, you're going to get, especially a 9-inning game, you're going to get further than 3 innings out of them. But that's going to be ball 3-0 count. One out right here. You definitely don't want to put him on. Again, you're going to put another runner in scoring position. ICC down 8-2. Lakeland able to put 4 runs up and on the board in each inning. Comes back inside for ball 4. 4 pitches, 4 balls, and that's a walk.
Yeah, Riley, as you said, ideally you want him to work deep in the game. You want to get that starter deeper in the game. We're going to see Coach Evans come out for a quick talk and see somebody run down to the bullpen here. But last outing, Riley had 5 innings pitched last Saturday, and we were talking about that with 10 big Renaissance Bank strikeouts. Looked really good and was hoping he could build off of that today, but has just struggled to find the zone. So far, Riley has 5 walks on the day, and giving up the 5 hits as well as 2 Indian errors. So going to bring back the top of the order up right here in House, who led off the game with a home run to right center field and then walked in his last at bat.
Definitely did. Runners at first and second. Runner in scoring position for the Lakers. Again, as you mentioned, Colin mentioned, we do now have activity in the bullpen for Etowamba. Corners playing in. Trying to play that double play ball up there, up the middle right there. As that's going to be strike 1, 0-1 count. So ICC trying to get that double play and get out of this inning. That would be huge. Ball one on that second pitch. That's outside. House does a good job of, again, he's the leadoff batter for Lakeland, does a good job of being patient, waiting on his pitch, not swinging at anything that's out of the strike zone. Pick play at second and almost successful. That was a pretty good call right there. Had the shortstop, had Kent creeping in behind him right there. Of course, that's why you have that third base coach over there for Lakeland telling him to get back. He's keeping an eye on them, but excellent sneaky play right there. Good pick play for Etowamba, but unable to get him. Comes back in. That's going to be a tough play down there at first and gets the out. He knocks it down. Cavanis knocks it down. It's hit pretty toughly right there, and it was hard to manage, but he knocks it down is the big thing, and then he's able to recover and make the play as Cagle runs over and covers first. Defensively, does a good job and gets the second out.
Yeah, good job by Cavanis to stay with it there. That ball kind of got into his body, let it get on him, bounces away there. Cagle, again, with pitchers all the time, sometimes they get caught watching, and Cagle did not that time. As soon as he seen it hit, he took off to first, and good play by Cavanis to stay with it there.
It does advance the runners to second and third, so House did his job in getting the runners moved up, but there are two outs. So anything down in the outfield, you're really going to expect potentially 2 runs to score for Lakeland, as now you have Winkleman up, who's the catcher. He takes strike one. He has reached on an error and walked. As that one's going to get past Jackson, the runner easily scores right there on that pass ball. And that may be ruled a wild pitch.
Yeah, tough play. That's one you want Jackson to hopefully block up, but I'd probably give it a wild pitch there. Tough play again, and tough luck here for the Indians.
Yeah, I'm with you. It was definitely a wild pitch. And the runner also moves up from third, and he's now 90 feet away. So anything down does score that second run. Now Lakeland puts 1 run on the board here in the top of the third. 9-2 lead at this point. 2 balls, 1 strike to Winkleman. As that one's going to be lifted and going back
Trouble.
Man, that's another home run.
Again, just a ball that you didn't think off the bat that might be a home run, but getting that ball up in that wind today, and Winkleman carries it out of the yard.
And they're just making solid contact, too. They're staying on the pitches, and they're doing a good job. They've got their timing down, and they're getting the big part of the barrel of the bat out there on the ball, making that good solid contact. Yes, both squads getting a little help with the wind. I'm not just going to say one, but both are. But they're also, this Lakeland Lakers squad's coming in, and they're hitting the ball well. And, again, they're seeing it. They're hitting it. They're making good, solid contact. That one was driven out to right center. Basically right, more than right center. And so that puts 2 more runs on the board, 11-2 current lead for your Lakeland Lakers, and that's going to bring up Sharif Colon at short. Takes ball 1 and takes that second pitch and fouls it well out of play for strike 1.
Yeah, Colon had the big grand slam for the Lakers last inning with that home run to left field with the bases loaded. So already 1 home run on the day for him, and he walked in his first at bat.
Cagle comes back in there, and that's ball 2, 2-1. 6 hits, looks like, on the board there for the Lakers, 5 for Etowamba. Looking at the score, you wouldn't think that.
No, again, going back to the long ball.
Good hit. No, called it foul. Okay. I thought that one was painting just right over third, but our angle's not good enough to see it. Home plate umpire quickly gets out there, takes a look at it, and calls it foul.
Yeah, the long ball, the big difference so far, the Lakers with 4 of those today so far. A solo, a 2-run home run, a grand slam, and another 2-run shot.
2-2 count. Pops back in there. He's going to foul that one off. Probably off his shin, looks like. Pops up there. Anyway, it's a foul ball. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs.
That's what Riley wants to do with that changeup. Good changeup there. And like I said earlier, he really needs to get that changeup going to be effective. And that's the pitch that he wants. He struggled with it so far.
Comes back in. That one's going to be driven out to right field. Going to be trouble. It's going to be in the foul territory. not able to make the play, get over there to it. That was going to be a tough play out there for Pearl, and if Pearl can't get to it, no one can. He's got some good speed on him, but that one was lined out there in foul territory. Bring it back, do it all over again. 2 balls, 2 strikes on Cologne.
That's one of those. The wind almost helped us out a little bit on that one, helping that ball hang up and giving Pearl a chance at it.
Got him. That's going to be a strikeout right there on Cologne. That's going to be the 3rd out of the inning, but not before Lakers put 3 up on the board again here in the top of the 3rd as they take an 11-2 lead. And here on the Indians, the Indians going to come back here in the bottom of the 3rd, try to put some runs on and answer as we'll come back, and we'll be back with you shortly. And you're back here in the bottom of the 3rd inning
Now
here.
up to bat for
Roy
the
Crescent
Indians,
Field.
Number 9, Reed Kent.
Going to bring up Reed Kent, who had a home run his first at bat today and an RBI. It was a solo shot out there to left field. Went with the pitch and took it over left field out there as he's going to take strike 1. Indians got some work to do here. They got to claw back into this game, and it's not going to just happen with one swing of the bat, or just quickly. But they've got to continue to battle, as that's going to be strike 2. Kent quickly down 0-2, but they've got to piece some hits together, find ways to get on base and get that big hit, drive in some runs, as that one's going to be lined right at the shortstop. Out number 1, Sharif Cologne doing a good job out there at short defensively.
Yeah, good job by Kent there. Hit the ball right on the nose, but it's just right at him.
Now up to bat for the Indians, number 4, Brody Thompson.
Going to bring up Brody Thompson, who singled his last at bat. Comes back, comes inside on that first pitch right there, ball 1. Laufer still on the mound for the Lakers, throwing a good game thus far. That one's going to be outside, ball 2-0. Has given up 5 hits, looks like. That's on the board for Etowamba. So Laufer for the Lakers has definitely come in. There were some hits right there early for ICC, and so far he's been able to quiet those down, as that one's going to be fouled out into the parking lot area out there. So 2-1 count to Brody Thompson.
Yeah, difference in the games we talked about earlier. 4 of those are singles for the Indians with the 1 long ball. Oh,
Man, I tell
That's
you
a
what,
hit.
that's a hit right
That's a
there. That's another one of those line shots. It's hit on a dime right there, just on the line, just probably about waist high, and then it just takes that short hop right there in front of him, the second baseman, and so that's definitely a hit.
Now up to bat
That's
for
tough
the
to
Indians,
handle,
Number 7,
but that's good for the
Kenny
Indian fans right there
Graham.
as they get a runner on base with 1 out.
yeah, quick softball update here. Dr. Boggs over on the Blue Channel, Coach Kirk and Mr. Michael Upton. They are in the 6th complete. They are in the 7th inning. It is tied 1-1.
Strike 1 to Kenny Graham. It's warm outside, but snowing in the press box is all I can say.
Air conditioner's working.
Works
You-
well
you
in
air
here. I'm
conditioner.
going to Aiden is a hot-natured gentleman, and he is. As that pitch is swung on, and it's going to go through the 4-hole out there. It's going to be a base hit. So Graham does his job, comes up, gets the runner over to second in Brody Thompson. So runners quickly at first and second for Etowamba with 1 out.
Now up to bat for the Indians, number 5, Houston Green.
Back-to-back singles. brings up Houston Green, who was a victim of a strikeout, his first at bat today earlier in the first inning.
Yeah, another opportunity here. Runners on base, runner in scoring position for the Indians, 1 out. Let's see if we can score some runs.
Good pitch right there. Looked like a slider coming into Houston Green right there. Breaking pitch there coming in. 0-1 count. Wind blowing tremendously out there, out in center. That's going to be strike one coming in there. Houston takes that, so 0-2 count. But anything up, I'm going to tell you, and we've been saying it, and we can beat it to death, but anything up is just difficult and trouble. I got to, I couldn't say. I thought he was fixing to ring him on that one, but good eye on Houston.
Quick
Not
score
one that you
update,
normally
Dr.
take.
Boggs got it from Mr. Adam Gore. Softball walks it off on Bevel State. Big double by Victoria Fields to win game 1, 2-1.
Excellent. Good job. Thanks to the Lady Indians there. So they finished game 1. And as they finish game 1, we're still in inning bottom of the third of game 1. That's just showing you the offensive output so far in this game, as that's going to be, gets a piece of that one, fouls it off, so 2-2 count to Houston Green. But proud of the Lady Indian softball squad for getting battling and pulling out that big W today in game 1 for them. They'll be able to come over and probably watch the end of game 1 for us and then catch game 2. The way this one is rolling.
The pitcher's duel over there sounded like today from game 1. It went really quickly. They started at 2 o'clock, and they just finished up. 2-1 game, 2-1 win for the Indians.
Swung through that one. That's going to be a strikeout. Catcher throws down. They call him out. Didn't he? No, he did not. He said he got back in. I'm sorry.
Okay.
I missed the call. Okay. But anyway, strikeout right there, so that does bring out the second out of the inning. But catcher popped up and threw that one. And tight play, but again, able to get back. So runners first and second for the Indians, but now 2 outs on the inning.
Yeah, good job there by Loffer. Had been away with everything and then just pumped that fastball in on Green and tied him up.
Cavanis up at the plate. So he takes ball 1. Cavanis lined out to short his last at bat. Indians need to put something in play. You got a runner in scoring position out there at second. Don't need to leave that runner hanging, as that's going to be strike 1 to Cavanis. 1-1 count, 2 outs. We are in the bottom of the third. 11 runs for Lakeland thus far. 2 runs for Etowamba. Pumps that one in there for strike 2. 1-2 count. Cavanis unable to catch up with that fastball. Loffer had offered it out there. Had a little slight lunge by Cavanis. Ball 2. 2-2 count. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs here in the bottom of the third. Etowamba down again, 11-2. That's going to get him right there. So caught him looking, froze him with that breaking pitch right there, and so good job there by Loffer. Loffer's throwing a good game for the Lakers. That's going to be the third out of the inning. Lakers leading 11-2. We'll be right back. Welcome back. We do have a pitching change for Etowamba, and I'm going to let Colin Minga tell you about that. Who's in for the Indians here?
So Noah Robinson now on the mound, and sophomore from Lafayette, over near Oxford. That first pitch is outside, just a bit outside, Dr. Boggs. Noah coming in, that closes the book on Riley real quick. 3 innings pitch, 11 runs, 9 of them earned, 6 hits, and 5 walks in 80 pitches for Riley Cagle.
As you mentioned, this ball 1-1-0 count to Kyle Hartman here, DH, again for the Lakeland Lakers. Ball 2, 2-0 count. It's going to be ball 3. So 3 straight balls.
Hartman on the day flew out to right, his first at bat, and then struck out last inning. So he is 0 for 2 on the day so far.
Got to find the strike zone. If you know Robinson, that's 4 straight balls. So enter the game, and just what the Lakers needed and wanted right there is another base runner, and not what Etowamba needed was for the Lakers to get that leadoff guy on, and they do. So no outs. Lakers get the leadoff guy of the inning on, and so that's going to bring up left-handed hitting Isaac Flowers.
Flowers singled to left in his last at bat. He is 1 for 2 on the day so far.
There's your first strike right there by Noah Robinson. Good job in finding that. So far, no hint of any movement there by Hartman at first. Does get his lead out there. Gets the secondary lead, but gets back. That's going to be ball 1-1-1 count. Looking on the year here, not seeing whether Hartman does not have any. No, does not have any stolen bases in the year. No, I'm sorry, he does have 1.
2-1 count now. Looking at this, for those of you back home, it is 11-2. The Lakers are up on the Indians, but the Indians are currently out hitting the Lakers 7-6.
It's a 3-1 count right there to Hartman. Good eye on his end. Robinson kind of struggled so far coming out. He's really only thrown 1 strike, thrown 7 balls and 1 strike, but got to settle down and got to find it. He did there. That was going to be ripped. That's going to be a line shot down the right field. It's definitely going to be a clean single right there. It is going to hold the runner at second. So Lakers doing their job, still keeping those bats hot. No outs here. And runners at first and second with that's going to bring up Logan Nagel, who did homer early in the game but grounded out his last at bat.
Yeah, Nagel 1 for 2 on the day. And Coach Lott making a stroll out to the mound here. I don't know if this is for a visit. I don't see anybody in the pen. Is there somebody in the pen, Dr. Bob?
There is somebody in the pen, but I don't know how long they've been down there because I just now looked.
Well, he just made the call.
He did. He made the call, so obviously they've been down there long enough. So if they're making the call, we're going to take a break. We'll be right back. We're back. There is a change, as we mentioned, and that's going to be a Tupelo Coca-Cola Bottling Works starting. I apologize.
Pitch and change.
Yes, pitch and change. And that's going to be Houston Green that's on the mound, as that's going to be, he threw this first pitch to Logan Nagel. Going to be strike one. And, Colin, if you got anything on Houston, you can give us. If you don't, you can just say, I don't.
I currently do not.
That's all we need
And
to
if
hear.
I'm not mistaken, this is his first action on the mound this spring. I may be wrong in that, but I do believe this is first.
I don't see anything on it either. I see that Scott Green, his brother, obviously has been on the mound for us, but Houston has not. So I'm like you. I'm not seeing anything as I checked that. He's going to call it. I don't play the umpire's going to call it, so that's a 1-2 count right there. Good job right there by Houston to draw that swing. Aiden got food delivered. Did not ask Colin and I or either one if we wanted anything. So there are hamburgers in the press box from the BSU, and that one's going to be hit, and that's probably going to drop out in the gap out in there. They're going to send the runner home. ICC's going to throw it in. The relay's coming in, and he's going to be safe.
Oh, that was close.
It's close on that relay. So good job ICC getting the ball in, but excellent aggressiveness on the base path, by the Lakers to drive in that run. It was going to be tight right there, but ICC did a good job on the relay, just not quite in time to get the out at home. So Lakers, again, putting up a run here. That so far, they're 4 straight innings and where they put runs on the board. Now it's 12-2 ball game, runners at first and second, no outs. And that first pitch to
Byers.
It's Byers, okay, and is ball 1.
Yeah, Byers is 0 for 2 on the day. He flew out to center his last at bat. That last ball there, we've been talking about him flying out of the yard all day.
That's going to be hit. That's going to be driven right in between first and second in that 4-hole. Little bobble out there. No, that's a big-time bobble. That's going to be a single with an error that's going to score 2 runs, and it's not going to be an inside the park home run. No. It's still with an error. It's going to be a single, but the error caused him to go all the way around. It's right now one of those days for an Etowamba fan. So you can't count that as an inside the Parker because there was an error by Pearl out in right field. He misplayed the ball. And so that's going to drive in, though, 3 more runs. You now have a 15-2 lead by the Lakers.
Yeah, tough break there for the Indians. That single was hit well, but those kind of things just cannot happen there as Green throws strike 1 and a breaking ball to Letamendi.
So E8 out there, if you're scoring it.
9.
I'm sorry. That was not the center fielder. It was a right fielder. Letamendi up. So that's 3 errors on the board so far for Etowamba, as you can see out there if you can from home. As that one's going to be swung on and popped up. That one should stay in the park. It's going to be looks like Trey Gunn making a play on that one in dead center. And that gets the out in the inning. That's actually the first out of the inning, which Etowamba desperately needed.
Up to bat, number 3, Madden Johnson.
That is the first out, Dr. Boggs. I was having to look back at my score sheet here. That is out number 1.
So if you're looking at the scoreboard right now, you see 4 runs put up in the first inning by Lakeland, 4 in the second inning, 3 in the third, and now 4 in the fourth. So a lot of runs. This team's come in here from Illinois, ball 1 right there to Madden Johnson. They really come in swinging the bat, hot bats right here as Houston Green throws ball 2, 2-0 count to Johnson. Johnson walked his last at bat and singled his first at bat.
Yeah, Indians just hunting outs here at this point. Trying to get outs.
That's going to be a line shot single right there. I say single, should be a single. And it is. It's a single. Pearl gets over and makes the play on that out in right field. Holds Johnson to a single, but a very clean single right there again with 1 out. And here we go with the Lakers turning it all over again. We're going to go back to the top of the lineup here with Jalen House.
I've been impressed with House so far. That last at bat, I know it got on Cavness over there and made a good play to stay with it, but leadoff spot, big athlete, big bat, and speed as well.
And he takes strike one. Again, Houston Green on the mound for the Indians. Don't see any activity in either bullpen. Ball 1-1 count. That one's inside. One out here again. So Indians desperately needing to produce some outs. It's going to be ball 2 inside there to Jalen House, who's the center fielder for the Lakers.
And currently 15-2. The Lakers are up on the Indians, out hitting the Indians so far 10-7.
That pitch comes in there. House swings at it, and it is going to be fouled out toward the Indian locker room over there. Gets out of play. Butler not able to make a play on it over there at third. So that's going to be strike 2. 2-2 count to House. He's hard to get out. They got him right there. Got him looking. Well-placed pitch right there by Houston Green to get that second out of the inning.
Big Renaissance Bank strikeout there from Green on the backdoor breaking ball to House. Bringing up Winkleman, who had a 2-run home run to right center his last at bat.
Yeah, Winkleman has been on base every time so far. His at-bats today as he takes strike 1. He did reach on the error of his first at-bat, walked, and as Colin mentioned, had that 2 RBI home run his last at-bat. So, and he is down now, 0-1 count, 2 outs here in the top of the 4th inning as that one's inside there for ball 1, 1-1 count. Again, Lakeland, the Lakers coming in from Illinois and they're driving down and doing a heck of a job here. Came in with hot bats. It may have come from a colder area of the country, but came in with hot bats, and they are swinging those hot bats here today in Fulton as that wind is definitely whipping out there in center field. As you can see it on the flagpole. And Winkleman swings through right there, does not make any contact, 1-2 count.
Flagpole's struggling a little bit on a day like today, Dr. Boggs.
It's definitely struggling out there.
Moving the most I've probably ever seen it.
Swung on that one, a little behind late on that pitch right there. Winkleman was, fouls it back, stays alive, 1-2 count, 2 outs.
I'm sure it's done more than that before, but during a game, I guess you'd say, and watching.
I mean, it's definitely doing some damage out there, I'm telling you, on that flag, because it's definitely whipping. You can see those trees out there doing the same. That one's way inside, ball 2-2 count, but it's definitely going to play havoc. I'm telling you, if you're an outfielder out there, there is nothing that makes a defensive play out there, anything up in the air, easy today. So.
No cans of corn today.
That's right. Ain't a can of corn. As he swings through that one, he's going to have to throw down the first. Catcher dropped it. It's going to get the out. Third out of the inning right there. So that gets the third out. But not before. Again, Lakeland puts more runs on the board. 4 runs on the board in the top of the 4th with a 15-2 lead. We'll be back shortly. We're back.
Now up to bat for the
Here in the
Indians,
bottom of the
number
fourth.
14, Bryson.
Bryson Jackson coming up to the plate for the Indians. Bryson, first at bat, he did single. So Indians need to get those bats sparked back up. You know, they were able to put 2 big runs on the inning, on the board in inning number 1 in the bottom of the first. But since then, Laufer's done a good job for the Lakers and shut us down. So Bryson Jackson swinging through that first pitch for strike 1. Strike 2, looks at the second pitch there. Laufer placing it very well on that outside corner of the plate. So 0-2 to Jackson.
Yeah, I like Laufer so far. First pitch in, the next pitch out. He's moving that ball around and both sides of the plate, changing speeds. He's done a good job so far to keep the Indians off balance.
Yeah, and couldn't draw a swing on that pitch. Not a bad one on the 0-2. So 1-2 count there to Jackson. Ooh, close, but no. I think all of us in the park thought it was close. We breathed a sigh of relief if you're an Indians fan. Umpire agreed with us, so 2-2 count. Not going to draw a swing on that one, so quickly Jackson working the count back in his favor. 3-2 count, worked it back to full. You got Trey Gunn on deck. And going to lose him there. So Laufer with a heck of a start there on Jackson and got ahead of the count. I think Kennedy kind of lost his composure, I think, after he threw that.
He definitely wanted that third strike call in 3 pitches, and then he didn't get it. And he was working quickly there, but threw 4 straight balls after 0-2. So good job by Jackson there to be patient and draw that walk from the leadoff guy on base again for the Indians here.
And that's what we need. And so Trey Gunn, like you say, is at bat, and he grounded out to second, his first at bat. And that's going to be quickly ball 1. The catcher's going to go out to Winkleman and say, hey, hold on. Let's have a conversation here. Things have changed. You need to settle down, take a deep breath here, and go back to where you were. And let us play behind you. You got a 15-2 lead. There's no point in this.
That's the other part of it. I'm sure the Winkleman's telling him, hey, it's 15-2. No free passes here. Make the Indians earn it. I was bragging on Laufer here and working both sides of the plate, and then it's been downhill. So maybe the Indians can get something going here.
Still can't get it in there and can't find it, so it's going to be ball 2. Indians need to be patient at the plate right now. Laufer having a few difficulties in finding the zone all of a sudden, just kind of swapped over quickly there. That's going to be driven in, and Gunn's going to be a gapper out there. And they're having trouble getting the ball picked up, but the Indians are going to hold the runner at third, but that's going to be a double for Trey Gunn here with no outs. And that's going to have Jackson over at third, Gunn at second, and we'll be back at the top of the lineup with Jacob Pearl.
Yeah, good job by Gunn there, getting ahead in the count.
Number 23,
he knew Laufer had to come back, trying to get in the zone, and Gunn done exactly what he was supposed to there with that pitch.
Runners at second and third for the Indians, no outs here in the bottom of the fourth with Jacob Pearl up. Takes that first breaking pitch in there for strike 1. Pearl's had 2 singles on the day. If he drops one of those out there again, you're probably going to get 2 runs on the board for the Indians. That one's going to be well behind. It's going to be a wild pitch, and that's going to score Jackson right there. So, if you're – I'm like you. Here comes the coach for the Lakers. And if I'm them, I'm like, look, you got a 15-2 lead. There's no point in this. So, with this mound visit, we're going to take a break right here, and we'll be back. All right, we're back. Change not made on the mound thus far. So coach coming out having a conversation with Loffer for Lakeland. And, I mean, you just got to settle him down here, Colin. I mean, you got a 15-3 lead as I think he did right there. He comes back with a strike, 1-2, and Pearl fouls that one back. When you got a 15-3 lead, 15-2 coming in the inning, you know, you just can't lose it like that.
Yeah, want to be consistent and just let your defense work. Got a big lead. They've been working offensively and just really pound the strike zone.
And he does that, so he fouls that one off. So Pearl fouls that one off again for strike 2. So it remains 1-2. So quickly here we found whatever the coach said to Loffer has done some good. So he quickly came back and threw 2 strikes. Same again here. Came in on the hands right there, and Pearl able to battle that one off and foul it back. Still 1-2 count. Runner at third now in Gunn, who had that double. So he's 90 feet away from putting another run up on the board for the Indians. As that one's fouled back again. Pearl doing a great job at the plate right there, fouling those back. Again, forcing Loffer to throw more pitches, which in turn should hopefully force Lakeland to visit the bullpen a little quicker than normal. But, again, Pearl doing a good job at the plate. And Loffer just lost it and hit Pearl. So it's a hit by pitch, and that's going to put a first and third situation.
Now to bat for the Indians.
And I mean, that's
number 17, Madden Butler.
if you're the coach of the Lakeland Lakers, you're just gnashing your teeth over there right now.
Yeah, I was about to say, Dr. Boggs, I wonder how that conversation went. And don't know Loffer, and obviously don't know if that was one of those stern talking tos on the mound or if it was kind of a, hey, you know, coach them up a little bit here, coach a moment, and get them back in.
Going to be a grounder to the third. It should have been fielded by the third baseman for Lakeland and Letamendi, and he olayed it, and it went under his glove. And so that's going to be an E5, excuse me. And so that's going to score a run, too, for the Indians.
Number 9, Green.
Madden didn't hit that one well off the bat. Good pitch by Loffer there, and I'm sure he had an out there, but Letamendi just didn't get his glove down. Went right under the glove.
So Madden at second now, and Pearl at third. And that one's knocked down. What a heck of a play right there by Loffer, though. Man, what a play, because if he does not knock that one down, Colin, that's going to be a base hit up the middle, and that was a line shot returned to sender by Reed Kent. And just now, I'm giving Loffer credit back right there. Now, he probably wants to shake his hand, that glove hand a little bit, because I'm sure it stung a little bit. But he knocked it down and was able to get that big one out right there.
And Reed is seeing the ball well. That's he led off with that home run to left and then lined it to the shortstop, and then that was a really well-hit ball right back at Loffer there at the pitcher.
And now you got Brody Thompson up, who takes ball 1 outside, the 1-0 count. There is, again, runners at second and third for Etowamba here. 2 runners in scoring position with our cleanup guy up. Thompson at the plate, and that pitch is low, and Winkleman does a good job there of finding the ball. It kind of got away from him there a little bit, but finds it with help probably from Loffer out there to locate that ball.
Got a little help from the umpire too, Dr. Boggs. It just kicked off him and kind of stayed there.
Absolutely. So that one in there, that's going to be strike 2-1 count to Brody Thompson.
Thompson on the day is 2 for 2 with a single to center and a single to right.
That one's going to go in foul territory there. It's going to get out of play on the right side here, out in the parking lot, looks like. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
If you're just joining us, again, the Indians have 8 hits so far on the day, but all of those are singles.
Ooh.
Whoop.
Inside right there, and Thompson rolls that shoulder, and lucky for him, he did, and it hit him on the top of the shoulder. That puts the bases loaded.
Out to bat for the Indians, number 7, Cannon Graham.
And there's going to be a change on the mound here for the Lakeland Lakers. Fully expected that, so we're going to take a break. And we're back. We'll got a new pitcher on the mound for the Lakers. Colin, who we got?
Martin Villagomez for the Lakers. Coming in, I finished my statement I was saying earlier. The Indians do have 8 hits. 6 of those are singles with the 2 extra base hits, the home run, which was a solo shot by Kent, and then a double by Gunn.
First pitch by Villagomez is ball 1, and you do have Cannon Graham up to bat. If you're the Lakers fan here, you're looking for that double play ball, try to get out of this inning. If you're ICC, looking for another hit to extend this inning on out and try to drive in some of these runs since the bases are loaded, as that pitch right there is fouled out of play. Ball 1, strike 1, 1 out here.
Yeah, Graham leading the Indians in average. He's single to right, and he's 1 for 1 on the day. Was hit by a pitch in his first at bat. Graham looking for another opportunity to drive in some runs here.
Ooh, big looping curveball right there. Looked like coming in for strike 2, 1-2 count.
Different breaking ball there from Loffer to Villagomez. Villagomez more of a 12-6, where Loffer was throwing more of a slider.
That breaking pitch outside, could not find the zone there, 2-2 count. 2 balls, 2 strikes here to Connor Graham. Bases loaded. Come back inside, popped it back in. Umpire says no, no, no. 3-2, full count.
I see Villagomez keep going, holding the glove up. I'm guessing they're using the pitch com with the piece in his hat. interesting to see all the technology in the game now.
Lost him. That walk's going to drive in a run there. Going to make it a 15-5 game.
Out to bat for the Indians.
Bases still
Number
loaded.
5, Houston Green.
Houston Green coming up, 2 strikeouts so far, 0 for 2 with 2 Ks on the day. So let's see if Houston can change that in this at bat and continue to add some runs for the Indians.
I mean, and what do you tell your team, Colin? If I mean, you're in this situation, you came in and you got 3 runs there, and I mean, you had a 15-2 lead coming into this, and basically, you have with the free passes and all that, you've allowed the Indians to get back in it.
Yeah, that's the.
Be popped up out to center field, straight up. Should be a play made on it, but it should be also tag. And there is going to be a tag, and they're going to try to relay it back in and keep the runner at first. So that's going to be the second out of the inning. The runner does tag and move to third. Also, so that sacrifice fly is brought to you by the ICC Wesley Foundation. But a run does score, so now the Indians are down 15-6.
Yeah, if you're the Lakers, you're definitely frustrated.
Out to bat for the
Again,
Indians.
15-2
Number
lead
27,
coming into this inning.
Will
The big thing here to get the Indians back in it has been walks, hit by pitch, walk, and falling behind in the count. The Indians only have the 1 double by gun so far in the inning.
Definitely got to be teeth gnashing over there. First and third situation is Will Cavanis is up for the Indians, and he swings through that first pitch for strike 1. That pitch is high, ball 1-1 count there. First and third situation, 2 outs. We are now 15-6. Indians have answered with 4 runs on the board here. That's going to be strike 2. Looks at that breaking pitch going across the plate there for strike 2, 1-2 count. Indians able to get 4 runs on the board here in the bottom of the 4th so far.
Yeah, Cavanis, the 9th batter. Remember, Jackson led off the inning, so again, only the 1 hit so far in the inning for the Indians.
And swings through that for strike 3. Gets the big out there. Villa Gomez does, final one out of the inning. They get out with 4 runs scored. Indians now down 15-6. We're going to take a break. We'll be back. Welcome back. Still got Houston Green on the mound for the Indians, and Sharif Cologne's going to be up, the shortstop for Lakeland, and he's going to lead off the inning for the Lakers. First pitch, strike one, swung through that and missed. Cologne did K his last at bat, but had that big grand slam in the game earlier in the game. And I say earlier, I mean, it was earlier, but it seemed like it was probably like 6 hours ago, but it was really probably only, 2 innings ago. So
Only a couple innings ago. And again, we keep talking about that. For those of you that have joined us, the Lakers have 10 hits, Indians have 8, but the home run ball for the Lakers has been the big difference in the game so far.
1-2 count. Cologne looks at that ball, ball one. He steps back in. He is the third batter in the lineup for him, bats in the 3 spot as he takes that pitch where it was given to him and just couldn't get enough on it to put it in that 4-hole out there. And so great job by Cannon Graham over there to get the first out of the inning at second.
Yeah, the Indians have gotten the leadoff out a couple of times here through 3 out of the 4 innings, actually. So, as we see here, but that's where the Lakers have put runs on the board.
That first pitch swinging, going to Cannon Graham at second there, and throws over and makes the second out of the inning. Quickly, 2 outs right there for Houston Green and the Etowah Indians here in the top of the 5th. That's going to bring up Isaac Flowers, who has singled twice today. Swinging at the first pitch, fouls it off, strike one.
Yeah, Flowers 2 for 3 on the day with those 2 singles, as you said. Good job by Green here again. Get ahead in the count.
Stays ahead right there with against Flowers there. Flowers fouls that one back into the netting here for strike 2. 0-2 count. Houston Green here on the verge of doing something Etowah hasn't done today, and that's getting 3 up, 3 down. And that one's fouled and chopped fouled on the first base line. I don't think there's such a thing as third, but that's what I said. So it's first.
We may make up all kind of new words before the night's over with, Dr. Bob, at the pace we're going so far.
At the pace we're going so far, absolutely. So, anyway, stays 0-2. Fouled that one back again in the netting. Still 0-2 count. Flowers doing a good job up there, making contact and fouling off pitches, and again, forcing Houston Green to throw more.
Yeah, Flowers has been first pitch swinging each at bat. He's been aggressive. So let's see if we can get him chasing.
Not chasing that one. That one comes back inside. 1-2 count. On deck for the Lakers is Logan Nagel, who's in right field today. That slider looked like it was going to come back in. It looked low to me from up here, but I couldn't tell.
Did look down, tried to backdoor that one, so it just went back foot, then tried to go backdoor with a breaking ball. Let's see what he goes to here.
Comes back in with it. Flowers able to foul it off again. Count remains 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Here in the top of the 5th. Again, Lakeland up 15-6 on Etowah in the top of the 5th. And Flowers does a good job right there. What a play out there in left field. Diving play by Brody Thompson. That was a well-placed ball, well-placed hit out there. And Brody Thompson just did a great job defensively coming up and making the diving catch. Gets the third out of the inning. So no runs scored in that inning, and that's huge for ICC. So we're going to take a break and come back with the bottom of the 5th.
Out to bat for
And
the
we're back.
Indians, number 14.
Going to start the inning
Bryson
where we started last inning
Jackson.
in the bottom of the fourth. And here in the bottom of the fifth, we're going to start it with Bryson Jackson. Indians batted around last inning, and so Bryson's going to start this inning, who's doing the catching duties today. And he started fourth, bottom of the fourth, off with a walk as he takes ball one right there.
Yeah, Villa Gomez came in last inning. He's still on the mound for the Lakers. Real quick, after this pitch, we'll give the line on Loffer.
Strike one right there as he swings through that pitch.
Loffer finished with 3 1/3 innings pitched, giving up 9 hits, 3 Ks, 3 hit batters, and 1 walk.
Time called by the umpire, stepping out to say a few things or tell Villa Gomez comes back. Jackson fouls that pitch off. It's going to go out. So 1-2 count now on Jackson. Again, big start to the last inning with Jackson when he walked, and then Trey Gunn followed that with a huge double right there. And that amongst some of the free passes that were given to the Indians last inning, ICC able to put 4 runs on the board last inning in the bottom of the fourth. Biggest inning ICC has had scoring-wise, as that one holds up. Jackson holds up. They check it at first. He says he did hold. That's ball, so that's 2-2 count.
Yeah, big opportunity. First 1-2-3 inning, last inning in the top half for the Indians. So a chance to add some more and try to climb back in this game.
Takes that pitch low, 3-2 count. Runs the count to full. Good eye by Jackson. Good piece of hitting. Seeing the pitches, taking the right pitches so far. And takes that one again, and he leads off the inning as he did last again, and draws the walk. Again, that's going to bring up Trey Gunn, who
Out to bat
followed
for the Indians, number 19.
last inning up with a
Trey
double at this time, and we'll see what he can do if he can follow that up again.
Yeah, good job by Jackson again. Was behind in the count 1-2. Patient, didn't chase, and worked his way for a leadoff walk.
Yeah, Jackson's had a good day. He had a single, and then he's had 2 walks. That's going to be, takes that pitch, Trey Gunn does, for ball 1-0. Trey Gunn batting in the 9 spot today has kind of changed things up a little bit as that pitch is fouled off out into the parking lot there for strike 1-1 count. Has been batting in a different area in the lineup, but moved down a little bit today. And, of course, you look at that 9 spot in the lineup a little differently than you do others, Colin.
Yeah, like having another leadoff there. A lot of times at 9 spot, Trey runs really, really well, hits the ball well. Again, we've seen with that ball he hit and he got doubled up on, still almost beat that ball out as hard he hit it and right at the second baseman earlier.
2 balls, 1 strike to Trey Gunn. Good eye right there. Villa Gomez having trouble finding the strike zone at this point, and ball 3, and that's going to draw a mound visit by the catcher out there. He's going to walk back out. And similar to what they did with when Loffer was in, and, you know, you just, I don't know, you get puzzled. And, you know, I know you being a pitcher and college pitcher, Colin, you just, when you think when you come in and you got that big lead like you got, you should have some confidence coming to the mound.
That's right, it should. I've also been impressed by the Indians at bats here they put together. It's easy, you're behind, and you want to be the guy to get that hit, and you start chasing, and they've been very good at staying disciplined so far and working each at bat just like they would if it's a tight game.
It's ball 4. Good job by Trey Gunn as he takes ball 4, and I don't see activity, but
Out to bat for the Indians,
down in
number
the Lakers
23,
bullpen, but
Jacob.
No activity at the moment. Wouldn't be surprised if they get somebody going pretty quick. I see a lot of looking around, and looks like we've got some movement.
Yeah.
Somebody headed down now.
back to the top of the order for the Indians, and Jacob Pearl, who was hit by a pitch. His last at bat, he has made it on base each at bat as he singled his first 2 and then was hit by a pitch and then takes ball 1 right there on that first pitch. So Villa Gomez has run into a little trouble here and a little difficulty, similar to Laufer. Finds the zone there. Strike one. I'm sure Pearl was taken till he got a strike. When you see that difficulty like that as a hitter, you're probably just going to take until you get that first one and see if he can find it and make him find it first. Pearl couldn't pull the triggers on that one. Understood that it was a strike. That's strike two. Good job by Villa Gomez to battle back on that. Now it's a 1-2 count. Runners at first and second for Etowamba. No outs. Bottom of the fifth. That hammer got him.
Breaking ball inside there. That's second hit by pitch by Pearl.
And so that's going to have the bases loaded with no outs. I think the umpire is going to say he was probably leaned into it. Excuse me, not the umpire, the coach who's coming out to talk for the Lakers to kind of ask, did he lean in on that pitch? Did he lean to get hit? I think that's what he's talking about.
I think that's one of those, as a breaking ball, though, is breaking into him. Pearl's turning. He's doing what he's supposed to do to turn so that he doesn't, to get out of the way. I'd be surprised if they overturn this call. I get what the coach is asking there, but with it being a breaking ball, I don't see Pearl did not extend the elbow, anything like that. He just turns and rolls with the pitch. So,
and what you're allowed to do.
That is correct.
And so they're discussing it. You got the field umpire and the home plate umpire discussing it out there, and this would be one that the umpire out in the field had a better look at, but they're going to say he's safe at first and that he did not lean into it. So they checked that out. They did discuss it.
Out for the Indians, number 17.
Leaves everybody where they're at.
Madden
Bases loaded, no outs. Madden Butler. Indians have an opportunity here now to really do some damage, and this is one of the guys that you want up, especially with that wind blowing out, to see if you can do some damage.
Yeah, Max Home, bases loaded opportunity here for the Indians.
Ball up, fastball, 1-0 count.
Butler reached on an error last inning in his last at bat.
Ball up, fastball, ball two, 2-0 count. If you're Butler here, I'm not saying they won't give him the green light, but it's got to be perfect to be swinging at it, in my opinion.
Absolutely.
And it's ball three. Now it's really got to be. They may give him the green light with the wind blowing, but if I'm giving him the green light again, it's got to be on a tee out there.
Wouldn't be surprised even if he takes two here.
He takes ball four. 4 pitches. And that draws the walk and a run in.
Out to bat for the Indians.
For the
number
Indians.
9, Reed.
Yeah, and something we talked about with the Indians last inning and then with Laufer losing it, and if you're a Lakers fan, that is 2 walks, a hit batter, and then another walk to start the bottom of the 5th here for the Indians.
Yeah, it's all been free passes so far for the Indians. Get it, and that ball gets past the catcher.
Crossed him up,
but he gets in. The run gets in for Trey Gunn. I don't know what he thought. I mean, he's pointing at he's talking to his coach in the dugout, but he just missed that one.
Yeah, I think the catcher got crossed up there. I think he was expecting a breaking ball.
I was going to say, I don't think that was the pitch he was expecting, and it was kind of a different pitch there. So, anyway, ball gets by him. Run scores. Now you have runners at second, third. Now it's a 15-8 lead. ICC putting 2 on the board here in the bottom of the 5th.
Yeah, Reed Kent 1 for 3 on the day, but all 3 at bats has squared the ball up so far.
That breaking pitch gets in there, finds the zone there for strike 1 count.
Reed's had some tough luck with a line out to short and then a line out.
Coach Lott having
pitcher.
got a question or got something you're going to mention to the umpire. I'm not certain.
I think he's asking for a balk here with based
Villa
off
Gomez.
of. Yeah, it looks like I seen Coach Lott reach up.
Is he not coming set?
Well, I think he's having some issues with the pitch comm in his hat, and he was on the rubber. Every pitcher's got their little twitch and tendency there, but he had went back to the ear after he went to come set there.
I got you.
I think Coach Lott was wanting that call there on the ball.
That pitch outside, ball 2, 2-1.
You see there, Villa Gomez having a hard time hearing, looks like.
Foul back, strike 2, 2-2 count on Reed Kent. Runners at second and third. No outs still here in the bottom of the 5th for Etowamba. A good opportunity. Still got 2 runners in scoring positions. A runner at second and third to really cut into this lead as that ball about gets away from Villa Gomez. Floats way high. Ball 3, 3-2 count. Activity is rampant down there in the Lakers bullpen. I just learned that word today, rampant, by the way. So any of y'all who don't know it, I don't really know what it means either. As that's strike 3, it runs through there, and Kent first opportunity where he didn't square one up at all and get a good piece of the ball there. But anyway, Villa Gomez with a big out right there for the first out of the inning.
First out of the inning there, big Renaissance Bank strikeout for the Lakers. Brings up Thompson.
Thompson takes strike 1. Villa Gomez settling down a little bit there. Drops that one in there. Thompson looked at it. 0-1 count. Runners at second and third. Fouled that one back. Quickly down 0-2. Thompson is.
Villa Gomez getting a little rhythm here. It's something you want to kind of break up if you're an Indian or step out. He's working fast.
That one's going to be popped up sky high. Second baseman gets under it, makes the play. That's going to be the second out of the inning. So after Villa Gomez with a shaky start in the inning there with all the free passes, settled down here and got 2 big outs right there in your 3 and 4 batter.
Yeah, 2 big outs. And even if Kent and Thompson are not able to come up with a big hit there, you still want them to do a job and get a sac fly, ground ball, find a way to drive those runs in with nobody out, with those 2 runners in scoring position.
Yeah, that's where Etowamba really is going to look back on that one, is that one's going to be popped up, and that one should be the third out of the inning. But they're going to look at that and with those runners in scoring position and no outs and at least get a sac fly out of it or something like that and drive the run, and failed to do so. So anyway, ICC able to put 2 more runs up on the board there. 15-8 lead. We'll be back.
Up to bat, number 34, Logan Hagan.
And we're back. Going to bring Logan Nagel up to the plate. It's going to be the leadoff guy in the top of the 6th here for Lakeland. ICC again cutting into this lead, able to do so in the last inning by putting 2 more runs up on the board. 15-8 here, Lakeland lead as Houston Green is still on the mound for the Indians. Throws strike 1 there as Nagel swings through that pitch and misses it. Strike 2 right there. Again, Houston Green has kind of settled down after he's come in and thus far working pretty good here. The Lakers haven't been able to quite figure him out as I say that. That one's going to be popped up out into center, and Trey Gunn going to make a play on it and quickly gets the first out of the inning.
Up to bat, number 25, Bryce Byers.
Yeah, the way the wind's blowing and everything, like you said, outfielders are playing deep, and that ball was just off the end of the bat there, and good job by Gunn there coming in and making that play.
That brings up Bryce Byers, your first baseman for the Lakers, as he takes that first pitch and then takes it back and returns it to center, and it goes up the middle for a base hit. Line shot, base hit. That will be the, again, 1-out hit right there for the Lakers. 1 pitch, 1 swing, 1 hit right there, and that's going to bring up Letamendi for the Lakers.
Yeah, again, Byers has been aggressive every at bat so far. First pitch swinging there, just takes it right back up the middle.
First pitch to Letamendi is going to be ball 1, and I'm sure you're aware of that. Those that are keeping the pitching chart over there in the dugout, and they're probably relaying that information. But knowing that he's very aggressive on that first pitch, he doesn't waste any time. That pitch is swung on, going to be going to the shortstop. Going to try for 2 as they get it 1-2. They get the Little Caesars double play right there. Excellent job by the Indians. They get out of the inning very quickly right there as you get the 3rd out there. So we're going into the bottom of the 6th with ICC down 15-8. We'll be back.
The Indians, number 5, Houston Green.
Welcome back here at Roy Crescent Field here in Fulton. Houston Green going to lead off the inning for the Indians. The Indians hoping to keep this momentum going what they've got here. Again, they put 2 on the board in the first inning and then didn't put any on until the bottom of the 4th, put 4 up, and then put 2 up here in the bottom of the 5th. So hoping to continue that trend here in the bottom of the 6th. And that's going to be ball 1 to Houston Green. able to chip back into the lead again. They're down 7 runs now. It's 15-8. with a Lakeland Laker lead on that as Houston takes ball 2. Villa Gomez still on the mound for the Lakers, who has pitched I think it's toward the bottom of the 4th, if I'm not mistaken.
That's correct. He came in and got the last 2 outs in the 4th for the Lakers.
That one's going to get a piece of Green right there, and Green's going to get first. And so that's another hit by pitch for the
Up to bat
pitchers
for the Indians.
for
Number
the
27,
Lakers.
Will Cavaness.
And again, we're
Cutman caught the umpire.
okay, so that didn't got the umpire.
Yeah, but it deflected off Green, looks like. Got the umpire. I'm not sure where it.
Coach Lott hand him a drink of water there as you take a little break there to give the umpire time to recover from that, and that's smarts. But umpire shaking it off, doing a good job, and getting back into that as everyone gives him time. And that's going to bring up, as we talked about, Will Cavaness. So again, ICC leading off the inning here with a runner on base, leadoff guy on, and that can come back to haunt you, as we've seen numerous times. If you are the Lakeland Lakers or the Etowah Community College Indians, it doesn't matter. Anytime you put that leadoff guy on, normally comes back or has a tendency to come back and haunt you. So that's ball 1 right now, and Villa Gomez back to struggling.
Yeah, another opportunity here for the Indians. Just like we was talking about last inning. Try to chip away, have good at-bats, productive at-bats, be patient, and make him make mistakes.
Cavaness swings through that pitch right there. That's going to be strike 1. That was on the inner half of the, or inner part of the plate there. So 1-1 count. That pitch comes in there. Going to be strike 2. One-two count here. Runner at first. That ball is going to bounce out in front of the catcher. ICC being aggressive on the base pass. Excellent job there. Good read right there by Houston Green, who has some speed on the base pass. Seeing that ball, the catcher did a good job right there, Winkleman, of keeping the ball in front of him, but it bounced so far out. Green already on the move, seeing it hit the dirt, and just takes off and gets second. So ICC with a runner in scoring position here with no outs in the bottom of the 6th. Cavaness swings on that inside pitch there, kind of in on the hands a little bit. Is able to foul it off, remain alive there with 2 strikes.
Bear with us as we go. We talked earlier about making up words at this point as we go. Green is in scoring position. Breaking ball just missing down there, working the count full here for Cavaness. 3 balls and 2 strikes.
Yeah, good job by Cavaness there to have a good eye out there. Again, no outs. Swings on that one. Shortstop's going to go over the field. It looks the runner back to second and throws it over to first to get the out. That's going to be the first out of the inning. Good job right there on the part of Sharif Colon over there to make that play at short and get that out.
Up to bat for the Indians, number 14, Bryson Jackson.
Jackson on the day for the Indians with 2 walks and a single to right field in his first at bat. So he is 1 for 1 with 2 walks on the day.
Ball gets behind the catcher there, kind of a wild pitch there from Villa Gomez, and so Green able to take third there, 90 feet away from putting another run on the board for the Indians. And like you say, you got Bryson Jackson up, who's walked his last 2 times.
Again, another opportunity with 1 out. And don't necessarily have to have a hit here, Dr. Boggs. Just do a job and drive this run in for the Indians.
Bottom of the 6th inning here. This is a 9-inning game, as that pitch is going to be looked at for strike 2, 1-2 count to Bryson Jackson. There's plenty of time to get out here and join us. A lot of things going on, a lot of action at the college today. It's, of course, getting close to the 5 o'clock hour. Not yet there yet, but as that one's fouled down the right field line. Lady Indian basketball team will be in action here at 5:30 today, and that tip-off is scheduled for 5:30. The Lady Indian softball team is currently in action. They've probably finished game 2 and will start game 3 if they would have a game 3, because that's how slow this one has gone. But they will definitely, they are in game 2. As that ball gets behind the catcher there, that wild pitch, that will score a run. Houston Green comes around and picks up that run right there. Indians get on the board here in the bottom of the 6th to make it a 15-9 game here. So ICC slowly but surely chipping back away at that big lead that the Lakers put on the board out there early in the game. So a lot of action out here. Come join us down here on the Fulton campus as Jackson swings through that pitch, and Villa Gomez gets the K for the second out of the inning.
Yeah, that wild pitch ends up giving us that run there with a strikeout from
Out to
Jackson.
bat for the Indians,
Just like last
number
inning,
19,
talking about productive
Trey
at-bats and being able to score runs without having to have that big hit. Little things to be able to continue to add runs, but the Lakers gifting one there to the Indians.
No doubt that brings up Trey Gunn, who walked his last at bat and has also doubled previously before that. Bases are empty here. 2 outs, though. Trey Gunn looks at ball 1. As mentioned, we do not have, if you're watching our broadcast, thank you. That means that you really like us, because it's me and Colin Ming. I'm Brad Boggs. Colin Ming here calling this game as that one's fouled off. And people normally don't like to listen to us at all, period, even in person. But we are also on the Gray Channel. Adam Gore put us on the Gray Channel today, and he did not give us the ability to put the scoreboard up there for y'all, because he knew that we would probably mess it up.
They might have us muted otherwise.
That's right. Good hit right there by Trey Gunn, kind of an inside out right there. Took that inside pitch, lined it to second, and gets a big hit right there. So that's a big 2-out hit at the bottom of the lineup for Trey Gunn. He's had a good day down there in the 9 spot. And that's going to flip it back around to the top of the lineup for Jacob Pearl.
Yeah, Trey has had a good day. Reached his last 3 at-bats, has reached base, all 3. Again, yeah, if the scoreboard was up, Dr. Boggs, they wouldn't. They might be able to mute us, but since the scoreboard's not up, they're having to listen to keep up back home with the score and everything going on. So hopefully, we're able to keep everybody up to date with what's going, pitch count, outs, and the score.
As that first pitch to Jacob Pearl is strike 1, 0-1 count. And if we're not, please feel free to text Adam Gore. Let him know your displeasure. He would love to hear from you at any point in time. Got a runner at first. Trey Gunn takes off on that pitch. Little hit and run there. It almost worked, and Pearl does not beat it out. But you had the shortstop going over to cover. And so, again, almost worked out right there. Had it been just a little further over in the 6 hole, that one would have worked and would have been a base hit right there. Indians unable to capitalize except for that 1 run that was scored. So ICC does pick up a run. Now 15-9 here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Moving to the top of the 7th. We'll be back. And we're back, and we've had a pitching change, so it'll be a Guarantee Bank and Fulton call to the bullpen. And Colin, who we got on the mound for the Indians?
It is left-hander Wilson Rodriguez, a freshman out of Saltillo, Mississippi.
Big left-hander, as you mentioned, coming in there to Madden Johnson, who is a left-handed batter, batting in the 9 spot for the Lakers. He's their left fielder. He takes ball 1-1-0 count there. Madden comes back in there and throws ball 2. I apologize. Wilson comes back there and throws ball 2. 2-0 count here to Madden Johnson. Can't find the zone there still, the strike zone, so 3-0 count. So fully expect Madden Johnson for the Lakers to be taken here. He did, and that's ball 4. So leadoff guy reaches on 4 pitches there for the Lakers. That's what you want if you're the Lakers, because that's going to flip it back to the top of the lineup, and that goes to Jalen House, who really had a great start to this game. Led off the game with a leadoff home run.
Yeah, House bragged on House earlier. Struck out in his last at bat, looking on a backdoor breaking ball.
That was almost a real good bunt right there, and he trying to hit that third base line with it right there, and he is a left-handed batter, so he's automatically got a quick jump out of the box right there and got a step ahead instead of your right-handed batter. So excellent job right there, House, to try to punch that one down. That's going to bring in Madden on the corner over there on the third base side. Madden Butler there. He's going to have to come on in. It's going to draw him in. We're going to see if House tries to lay it down again. He does. Square, pulls back, takes ball 1-1-1 count. So Lakers just looking to add to that lead. They're starting to see here after they've drawn goose eggs here in the last 2 innings after putting up 4-4, 3-4 on the board in each of the first 4 innings there. They're just trying to find a way, and that does not draw a bunt right there or a square around. So House takes ball 2, 2-1 count.
Yeah, if House gets that ball in fair territory, he's probably safe, looking at where Butler started out there at third and where that ball was placed.
Swings on that one. That does not get to the gap. So left fielder Brody Thompson able to get over and make the play on that, and gets the first out of the inning. So still it keeps the runner at first. Runner not able to tag up either. Out number 1, going to bring up Logan Winkleman, who is the catcher on the day.
Yeah, Winkleman is 1 for 3 on the day with a walk so far. Had a 2-run home run. Right center is his hit.
Ball down in the turf there for ball 1. 1-0 count. Runner at first. And that runner is in Madden Johnson, who walked on 4 straight pitches. That ball is going to be low 2 for ball 2. Some people not agreeing with that. Thought that was over the zone. It was over the plate, but I do think it was low, below the knees. Swings at that one, Winkleman does, and fouls that one off right there for strike 1. Aiden cannot decide whether he gets hot or cold. He goes from taking his sweatshirt and enjoying and then enjoying. He gets hot and then he gets cold and he gets hot and he gets cold. And I'm gonna tell you, it's been cold in here today. I came in hot into the press box in here, and with that hot, humid day that we had today, good seeing the temps reach into the 70s, and kind of unusual here in February to see that, but we do. And good day like that, and then but it's just hard to get settled as the evening rolls on. That was going to be lined to short. Going to try to turn that double play, unable to do so. The runner gets back, and Madden Johnson gets back there to first, so prevents the double play. So that's going to be a line out right there, 2 short there for Winkleman.
Yeah, Kent scared me there for a minute. I thought Johnson was pretty close to the bag already, and he wound up and turned it loose across through there. So good job by Kent. Good job by Rodriguez there to bounce back with 2 quick outs after the leadoff walk.
Brings up Cologne. to the plate as that's strike one on him. 0-1 count.
Yeah, Cologne, he is also 1 for 3 on the day with a walk.
Ball out. 1-1 count. 2 outs here. We are in the top of the 7th. Looking for trying to get to the 7th inning stretch here shortly if we can. But top of the 7th, there is a 15-9 lead in the Lakers of Lakeland College here. As that one comes back in, that's going to be grounded to third, trying to turn it to the second baseman, flips it over and gets the third out of the inning there. And so that does get us to the 7th inning stretch with Lakeland up 15-9 here in Fulton. We'll be back.
Now up to bat for the Indians, number 17, Madden Butler.
We are back here in the bottom of the 7th. Etowamba down 15-9 to Lakeland College here. That's going to bring up Madden Butler to the plate, who's going to lead off this inning. And as we say that, he gets hit by a pitch. Imagine that. It's happened a lot today. More free passes.
Third straight inning with a free pass for the Indians to lead off the Indian.
Now up to bat for the Indians, number 9, Reed Kent.
I missed what Jacob Pearl did in the last inning to end the inning.
6-3, grounded out to short.
Grounded out to short. So that is going to bring up Reed Kent at short. Our shortstop, he did K his last at bat, but has hit the ball very well today and has made good contact. So we'll see if he can continue that with no outs now and a runner at first as he takes ball 1.
Yeah, good opportunity again here for the Indians with the leadoff guy on. Again, 3 straight innings of zeros for the pitching staff and slow this Lakers offense down, trying to give the offense an opportunity here for the Indians to climb back in this game.
Swings through that one for strike 1. Yes, Houston Green has done a good job since he's come in. He came in and Wilson Rodriguez, but Houston Green did a good job, but Wilson Rodriguez is in for the Indians now. But both of those have come in and really kind of settled things down a little bit, which is why you have those 3 innings of zeros up there as Kent takes ball 2-1. So they've done a good job settling things down. Settling those bats down was the main thing. Those Lakeland Lakers been swinging a hot bat when they came in and making good solid contact and taking advantage of this wind too. So good job by the pitching staff as that one's going to go be popped up. That should be a easy out right there. And it is. The shortstop, Cologne, catches that one. That's going to be out number 1.
Yeah, again, if you're just joining us here, the Lakers have 4 home runs in the game.
Brody Thompson.
that is the difference essentially so far in the game. They've taken advantage of those, and those big flies where the Indians have not been able to put those extra base hits together. Only 3 of those so far on the day for the Indians.
Brody Thompson up now for the Indians with 1 out, and Brody, his last at bat, he flied out. I think it's to second base, if I'm not mistaken. Flied out to second, as that's going to be ball 1.
That's correct.
Brody does have a couple of hits on the day, a couple of singles coming in, and he was hit by a pitch, so he's reached base 3 times. That one's going to be low and out for ball 2. 2-0 count. Brody ahead in the count here. Cannon Graham is on deck. Will be due up next. That's going to be strike 1. That's going to reach the outside part of the plate. Good pitch right there. So we haven't been able yet to get a update on the Lady Indian softball squad. We'll try to get that and get that back to you and update you as soon as we can. Or if you want, as that one's hit, Brody Thompson's hit by that. That's the second time he's been hit today. So that's going to put another runner on for Lakeland. For their pitching staff, excuse me. They're going to put another runner on. 1 out, runner first and second.
Graham!
Yeah, that is. Let's see here real quick while Graham gets ready for the pitch.
Swung on that first pitch, found it off there for 0-1 count there to Cannon Graham. Again, runners at first and second. ICC does have a runner in scoring position with 1 out. It is a 15-9 lead now for Lakeland. So ICC needs to pick up 6 runs here just to tie this thing and even it up. As that's going to pitch is outside, 1-1 count. They are, of course, we're in the bottom of the 7th, so running short of innings. You need to start chipping back away at that 6-run lead right now. You don't want to wait and try to have to gain all 6 there in your last 2. So it sure would be nice to go ahead and pick up. And that's going to do it right there.
That's going to do it.
That's what you want right
no
there.
No doubter right there, Dr. Boggs.
That's going to put 3 on the board right there as Cannon Graham turns on that pitch right there.
Bounds away.
3-run home run.
By number 7, Cannon Graham.
Yeah, Graham didn't miss that one, that's for sure.
No, that was a no-doubter, as you mentioned. Everyone knew that one was gone right there. That was a excellent pitch. He turned on it and got that thick part of that bat out there. Was able to get it out in front, get his hands out in front, and did a phenomenal job of driving that one. So good job by Cannon Graham. 15-11 lead now. So ICC has definitely cut back into this. Put two. It should have been 3 on the board, shouldn't it?
Should have been 3 on the board.
There it is, 15-12. So that extra one back out there. So it's a 15-12 lead now. ICC within 3 runs, and that's strike 1 to Houston Green, who takes that. But now that's what I was talking about and chipping away in there. Now you're definitely back in the game with 2 innings left to hit. Of course, there's only 1 out left in this inning, but definitely gets ICC well back in that as that strike 2 takes strike 2 on that one. And so 0-2 count.
Yeah, again, early, was talking about that. Give up 4 straight innings of 4, 4, 3, and 4 for the Lakers to get them to 15 and 3 straight zeros to give our offense a chance to battle back here, and they've done so far.
I'm going to say they committed. Are they going to check him? No, he said he didn't. Okay.
Catching a break.
I haven't been
there.
right today anyway, so I don't really know why I would continue to even just guess. So
Catching a break.
Catching a break. That's
hey,
good.
I did count up. We were talking about the hit batters. The Lakers have hit 7 Indians so far in the game, so that's 7 hit
7
batters.
hit batters.
Through 7 innings.
7 free passes just by hit batters. So he does swing through that when he did commit. No, he fouled it. Foul tipped it. Again,
Catcher drop it.
Brad, shut up.
Okay. I thought the catcher hung on, but he did not.
So 1-2 count. Houston Green hanging in. Lunged but did not. 2-2 count. Ball 2 to him. So one out here. No runners on base after that 3-run shot there by Cannon Graham that we just finished up with. Got to pull the trigger on that one, though.
Yeah.
And that's strike 3 to Houston Graham.
And locked him up, went back inside, fastball there, and froze Green.
Now up to bat for the Indians, number 27, Will Cavanis.
That's going to bring up Will Cavanis, who's looks like he's 0 for 4 on the day coming into this at bat. Had a couple of Ks in there.
Let's get a little 2-out rally going. If Cavanis can change that luck and get in on the hit parade today for the Indians.
Brings that breaking pitch in there. Good pitch right there by Villa Gomez for strike 1, 0-1 count.
He is.
Comes back with the pitch there, but not able to keep it up high enough or across the zone, across the plate there. So 1-1 count, ball 1, strike 1. Got 2 outs here. We are in the bottom of the 7th. 3 runs have been put on the board just in this inning by the Indians, as that one's going to be chopped to short. Short's going to come up with it, throw it across, get that final out of the inning there. So ICC does, again, as I mentioned, put 3 more on the board. It is a 15-12 lead. The Lakeland Lakers are still leading this going into the top of the 8th. We'll be back.
Up to bat, number 8, Kyle Hartman.
And we're back in the top of the 8th here. Lakeland is going to bring up Kyle Hartman. It's their DH. So he grounded out to second his last at bat. ICC again is chipped back away and cut back into this lead as Wilson Rodriguez is still on the mound for the Indians and throws ball 1 outside right there to, again, Kyle Hartman, who's the DH, 1-0 count.
Yeah, quick score update with softball. The Indians just took the lead in the bottom of the 5th to go up 3-2, headed to the top of the 6th.
That's going to be strike 1, 1-1. So good game going on at softball over there. They're in the 6th. We still have not finished game 1. They will have game 2 finished, potentially, before we have game 1 finished here, as that is going to be ball 2, 2-1 count. Again, as well, you're 18 minutes away from tip-off on the 5:30 tip-off of the women's game tonight, and the women will be he swung at a bad pitch right there. That's going to be Hartman. He swung at a ball 3 right there, but that's a 2-2 count. So women will be tipping off tonight against Mississippi Delta. We're hosting them in the Davis Event Center. Come down and join that if you'd like. That one's in the turf, 3-2 count full. If not, if you'd like to come over and wish myself and Colin Mingle well, and because we have a 7-inning game to follow this 9-inning affair. He did commit.
He did. Throw him out.
Got to throw him out, though. And he did.
Did he call it? Okay, here's the call.
I wouldn't say got to call that one, if not, check it first, but he did commit to that. So that's strikeout right there to start the inning right there. Good job by Wilson Rodriguez. Gets the first out, the leadoff guy out.
Yeah, home plate umpire made the call there. I was looking down because the runner.
That's a good hit right there. And again, that's Flowers. Guess what, Colin? You told us he comes up swinging at the first pitch.
First pitch swinging again and takes that ball and puts it right in the 4-hole there for a single to right field.
And he's had 3 singles on the day. And so, you got to be making note of that on the pitching chart over there at some point. Not to say that it has come back to haunt us every time, but it sure hadn't helped us. But you got to be making note of that on your pitching chart if you're keeping that over in the Indian dugout. But anyway, Flowers doing what he normally does, and that's reaching base and first pitch swinging. So that's going to bring up Logan Nagel, who's right fielder. He did homer back in the first inning in those long ball affair there, and that was a 2-run home run. 1-0 count. Comes back out there. That's outside. Ball 2. 2-0 count. We'll try to keep you updated on that softball game to finish that out. We'll wish the Lady Indians well as that's ball 3. 3-0. High and out. Got to settle down if you're Wilson Rodriguez. You got a big K earlier to lead off the inning here, and you gave up a single from Flowers, but you still got a chance at the double play ball, so you need to come back with a strike here. He does not. That's ball 4, so that's outside, so a 4-pitch walk right there. And both coaches from both squads should probably be gnashing their teeth for their pitching squads today.
Here comes Coach Evans here. I seen somebody go to the bullpen. Coach Evans is going to take a little time here to go out and give a little chat. We'll take a quick break and be right back. Now.
And we're back. Short mound visit there. And so just a little conversation. Runners at first and second for the Lakers. That's Bryce Byers that's up. Takes ball 1. So Rodriguez trying to find that strike zone again and kind of lost it at this point. So that's 5 straight pitches and 5 balls right there. So brings that curveball, but not far enough on the inside. Boo Birds don't agree, but that's just part of it. Not everyone's always going to agree, and there is activity in the ICC bullpen down there. Indians had cut back into this lead, and they still have 15-12. That's going to be strike 1, 2-1 count. 12 hits by Lakeland on the day, 10 by Etowamba. 3 errors by Etowamba, 2 by Lakeland. And, of course, your 15 runs by Lakeland, 12. No, this is not a football game. It is a baseball game. As that one's fouled down into out of play, left out into the Indian locker room out there for strike 2, 2-2 count.
Yeah, good job by Rodriguez here to battle back. 2-2. Byers is singled his last 2 plate appearances. Again, we can speak one of these Little Caesars double plays into existence here.
Curveball hung up there, but unable to do anything with it but foul it off. Byers still alive there with a 2-2 count. One out. We are still in the top of the 8th. things have slowed down a little. The lights are coming on. Lights are bright out here. You can see the lights on in the distance over in softball as he puts a charge into this one. It's going
That's
deep in the
trouble.
center, and that is trouble off the top of the wall out there. That is going to get one run in, and the guy is going to get to the lead runner scores. The runner behind him makes it to third, and that's going to be a double for Byers, who comes in and extends the lead after the Indians had cut into it at 15-12. Now they added back to it, and it's now a 16-12 lead with runners at second and third and only one out.
Yeah, good job by Byers there. If you're a Lakers fan, battling, we're going to see Coach Lott come out here and make a change with the runners in scoring position. But good job by Byers. Gunn gets back to the wall there. The wind has kind of died down here, Dr. Boggs. Otherwise, that ball is probably out of here if it's blowing like it was earlier in the day, off the wall there for a double. We'll take a quick break with the pitch and change, and we'll be right back. We're good.
And we're back. There is a pitching change, as we mentioned, and let Colin tell you about the pitching change.
Pitch and change is Noah Wilder, left-hander from Evangelical Christian.
First pitch swinging deep out in the center field. Gunn going back. That one does leave the yard.
First
One pitch and another home run in this inning. No, well, that's correct, isn't it? No.
That is a double.
Yeah, that's right. It's off the wall. I'm sorry. I apologize, folks. I'm hallucinating at this point. But that one is over the wall, so that's going to be a shot right there for Letamendi, who sits on that first pitch. It was a left-handed pitch out of Noah Wilder there to the right-handed bat of Letamendi. Drives that pitch over the wall. Now it's a 19-12, if my eyes are correct, out there on the scoreboard.
That's correct. 3-run shot there. That was first hit on the day for Letamendi.
Squares to bunt that, tries to catch Butler asleep down there at third, unable to do so, fouls it off. So just when you thought Etowah was climbing back, we did, and now we're back down 7 runs here. We are in the top of the 8th, and so Lakeland bats starting to heat back up here. No runners on base. Bases are clear after that 3-run shot. 1-1 count here, 1 out. Wilder finds the part of the plate there on the outside part there for strike 2. 1-2 count.
Yeah, Johnson, big opportunity to get Johnson out here. He's reached base every time so far today.
Johnson lines that one out to center. Trey Gunn there to make the out. Out number 2 on the inning. That's going to get you back to the top of the lineup there with Jalen House.
Yeah, House coming to the plate. Led off the game with the big home run and walked in his second at bat. And is 0 for 3 since. Flew out his last at bat to left field. This is 6th at bat of the day as we bring us back to the top of the order here with House.
And House squares to bunt. Pulls back, takes strike 1, 0-1 count on House. Need to get this last out here. If you're Etowah fan, try to get back in and add some more runs to the board to stay in this game. That's going to be low for ball 1, 1-1 count. Again, I mean, you look at the scoreboard, minus that 3rd inning, when Lakeland puts runs on the board, they're putting 4 or more. Right now it's just been 4s, but you got 3 innings of 4 runs on the board out of the innings where they've scored. No, I'm sorry, 4 innings of 4 on the board. My apologies. And one of the other one has 3. So, when they score, they do multiples.
That's what that long ball will do for you. And Indians have had base runners and have had a couple of long balls, but big opportunity hits for the Lakers, and they've taken advantage of that with those long balls, put crooked numbers up on the board.
No doubt, 3-1 count, and that one smashed out to right field to Pearl, and that's going to be a clean single right there for House. So he hit that one on the line, on the bead out there. So that's going to bring up Logan Winkleman, the catcher. He has also homered on the day. He has reached base, looks like 3 of 5 times on the day. He does also have a K, and he lined out his last at bat. So he's reached base 3 of 5. It's going to be strike 1 right there, 0-1 count on the outside part. Runner at first here. Again, a 19-12 lead by Lakeland, the Lakers of Lakeland. 7 runs here. 7-run lead. Put 4 up just in this inning as House takes off for second, showing that speed. We knew he had it. Now he's in scoring position. Throw down was not in time.
Yeah, good jump there by House as with Wilder on the mound. Lefty, again, you want to talk to those lefties a lot of times as a pitching coach. You hope that those lefties can read that, especially if they're going first move, and still be able to pick off and read that.
Ball inside right there, 2-1 count to Winkleman. Pick play out there on House. He gets back in at second, able to dive back in, no problem there. We are getting close to the tip-off, 3 minutes away or 3 or 2 minutes away from the tip-off of the girls' game in the Davis Event Center. Again, Mississippi Delta coming to town here to take on ICC women tonight in basketball, as that one's going to be fouled out of play. It's a 5:30 tip, and then the men will play immediately following, somewhere generally around the 7:30 tip. So a lot of action. well outside right there for ball 3. 3-2 runs the count to full. Lady Indian softball should be getting close to finishing up. I think they were in the 6th inning last time we checked. Had a lead. Ball 4. So Noah Wilder loses him and walks him. So that's going to put runners at first and second now for Sharif Cologne. And he did the big damage on the day when he hit that grand slam home run back earlier, and that was in the 2nd inning when he did that. So got to be careful here. This would the bases are not loaded here, and it's going to draw a mound visit from a catcher from Bryson Jackson. But got to keep that in mind, and this would be a 3-run shot here, but definitely don't want that to happen here. Got 2 outs. As Jackson is talking to Noah Wilder. There is a little activity in the ICC bullpen out there. Let's see, we've used 1, 2. We're on our 5th pitcher of the game in Wilder. Lakeland is on their 2nd pitcher with Villa Gomez. That's going to be lined. That's going to, good play out there at second by Cannon Graham to
Time
leap
that up.
and time that perfectly to get that out. So excellent job. Needed that out big time. Good job by, again, Cannon Graham to get the 3rd out of the inning. But 4 runs put back on the board by Lakeland in that inning. 19-12 as we go into the bottom of the 8th inning here. We'll be back. And we're back. New pitcher on the mound for Lakeland. Colin, who we got?
So this is Carter Orner, number 13, coming in for the Lakers. First pitch strike there. Jackson fouling it off.
So 0-1 count right there quickly to Jackson. And Horner comes in at, well, they don't have his statistics out there, his height or weight. He looks a little taller out there. As that pitch swung on, it's going to be popped out to right field. Looks like the right fielder is setting up under it and makes the play, so that's going to be the first out of the inning.
Yeah, talking earlier about the wind dying down here. Jackson give that one a ride. Not quite
Out to bat for
far
the
enough
number
there for the first
19,
out of the inning, flying out.
Trey Gunn.
Quick softball update, Dr. Boggs.
Do it.
6 complete over in Game 2. The Indians against Bevel State. Indians still lead 3-2 going to the top of the 7th.
Good deal. So half an inning away there of finishing that one out if they can keep that lead. Lady Indians will get the sweep on the day as Trey Gunn stays. Oh, that's still going to go foul. But he lined that one to the left, but just foul out there down the left field line. Trey Guns had a good day. You know, as we mentioned, he's 3 for 4, got a single, a double, and a walk. I'm sorry, I apologize. He's 2
for 3.
That's right.
With
He
a
had
walk
2 hits.
here.
Thank you.
Does that? He has reached base the
My
last 3
mind
plate
is
appearances.
not speaking correctly at this point, but he has reached base 3 times out of 4 was what I was meaning. So, anyway, good day for Trey. Been a good job there. Done a good job on the day. So, hopefully he can get back on. Indians got to start cutting back into this. It's 19-12 with 1 out there. 2-1 count to Trey. But, when they picked up, Lakeland picked up 4 big runs in the last inning back there in the top of the 8th, and that – definitely put the Indians back down after they had clawed their way back into the game, and it was 15-12. So Trey doing a good job. Hit that one on the bead. That's going to be a hit. That's going to be a hit out there. So continues his good day out there. Again, moving him down to the 9 spot has proved to be beneficial so far in the lineup. Sharif Cologne out there at short. Couldn't hold on to that one.
Hit it so hard, Dr. Boggs, it knocked his glove off.
Knocked his glove.
Cologne reached out there for it, and it just knocked it right off. Gunn really tattooed that one.
And you've really had a good connection here, Colin. If you look back at your Trey Gunn and Jacob Pearl connection there. Pearl hit by a pitch twice today. He's been on base 4 out of 5 times.
He has. Again, that leadoff, and we talked about that with Gunn, essentially having another leadoff there, and those 2 guys back-to-back had a good day.
So, ball 1-2 to Jacob Pearl there. 2-0 count. Good eye on his end. 1 out here. Swings on that one. That's going to be fouled out of play there down the left field side. So it's going to be strike 1, 2-1 count. You do have Madden Butler, who is on deck for the Indians. He was hit by a pitch his last at bat. Before that, he walked. He had a sac fly earlier in the first inning that drove in a run. Madden Butler did.
Hit him again.
So that hit him again. So Pearl is going to reach base again today. So he is on base percentage is going to continue to climb there, as now you have runners at first and second with 1 out. And they're bringing it back. Sorry, hold on. They're drawing that one back. So
still should be a ball, Dr. Boggs.
Yes.
If they call it a ball, it was in. Again, I didn't think Pearl reached out. He's already on top of the plate, and that's just the way he is when he's hitting and where he's at in the box. But I did not think that he had reached out by any means or stuck the elbow out. Again, our view is a little different from the umpire's view.
Coach Lott talking to the home plate umpire about it, trying to get an explanation, gets that, and so walks back over to the dugout. And it is not a hit by pitch, so we're going back to do that all over again. And it's a 2-ball, 2-strike count here to Jacob Pearl. So runners are not at first and second. Runners at first only in Trey Gunn. Pearl back up at the plate as he takes ball 3 right there. Full count. Ball did not hit Pearl. Runner goes, and Trey Gunn. Pearl turns on this one. That's
trouble.
going to be
Off the wall.
off the wall out there. Trey Gunn's going to score easily, and Pearl's going to get a triple. Ball gets by the third baseman there, Pearl, but they backed it up over there. So Pearl at third now. I'm just going to tell you, that's a dangerous duo right there with Trey Gunn and Jacob Pearl. Now, I know when you start the game, you don't have that duo. But anytime after that, if you work it and you get that Trey Gunn / Jacob Pearl combo there, you're also looking at, speed.
That speed on the bases. Man, Gunn coming around through there. You look up, and he's already rounding third, and look back up, and Pearl's nearly to third. Good speed there for both of those guys.
Strike 1 to Madden Butler. Madden's up here again. Following that, he's got a runner 9 feet away, base runner, 90 feet from scoring. So brings the score to 19-13 now. Lakeland with the lead, so ICC cut back into it. Madden hit by pitch right there. So he did that last time. He was hit by a pitch, and then he walked previously to that. So he's reached his last 3 times based off free passes from Lakeland.
Continuing with the trend here, that is 8 hit batters in 8 innings so far. So Lakers pitching staff has had a little bit of trouble with that.
And you may have said this, but you did say this. I think Lady Indians won, correct?
Did they finish?
Yes.
Okay.
I got an update here. They won 3-2. So Lady Indians softball with a big victory there. As that one's going to be hit up the middle. Second
Nice
baseman
play.
makes a play and does an excellent flip right there. Diving play. That was a Reed Kent ground ball hit up the middle. Second baseman dives, and the only play he's got is to flip it to second. It does score the run, though, 19-14, 5 runs down. So he gets the run in. Reed Kent gets that run in, but it was an excellent flip, great defensive play out there at second by
Excellent play.
that's Flowers.
Flipped it with a glove, looked like.
He
Dr.
did.
Boggs. Never even transitioned to the hand. Glove flip there after a diving play. Great play.
It's going to be ball 1. We have Brody Thompson up at the plate, and then he swings at that one, foul tips it 1-1 count. As I mentioned, the Lady Indian softball team won. They get the sweep today. They won 3-2, and you should now also be able to flip over and catch basketball. Lady Indian basketball, that one's going to be a flare out to right. That's going to drop for a base hit. That's a single. Now you have runners at first and second, with Cannon Graham coming up, who had a big home run his last at bat, 3-run home run.
Graham home run last at bat. Good opportune time for him again, coming up in a big spot here.
Cannon Graham.
Ken at second, Thompson now at first, with Graham coming to the plate.
2 outs. 19-14, Lakeland on top of Etowah at this point.
Ooh.
That ball is going to get past the catcher. Wild pitch there. Runners are able to advance and move up to second and third. So here you are, if you're in Etowah, in a good position here to drive 2 more in. There are 2 outs, but anything down in the outfield could definitely score 2. So that would cut back into that 19-14 lead if we could get 2 more.
Yeah, Winkleman didn't have a chance on that one. That one bounced, I think, before it got to the turf.
Trying to catch the outside part of the plate, unable to do so. That's going to be 2 balls, no strikes. Swings through that one, misses it. That's going to be strike 1, 2-1 count.
Big pitch there by Horner. It looked like a 2-0 breaking ball, so they're definitely not wanting to give Graham anything, especially with first base open.
No, definitely not after that third 3-run home run he hit and that towering shot. So that's going to be a 3-1 count right there. There is a base open. If they want to put him on, and they may take their chances with Houston Green, who has Cade 3 times on the day column.
Yeah, I think that's what the Lakers are thinking here. They don't want to give Graham anything good to hit.
Swings through that one, misses, so it goes to full. We'll see how good they or how much they try to go after him here on a full count.
I expect them to go back to the breaking ball. Wouldn't be surprised. That pitch there was up. I don't think they're going to throw anything in the zone.
Did not. You're exactly right. Out of the zone, ball 4 with first base open. So now, and that's Coach Lott's going to counter that and come out, and we're going to have a pinch hitter for Houston Green. And that's going to be, looks like Tyler Pickens.
That's it. Tyler Pickens.
Now up to bat for the Indians, number 28, Tyler Pickens.
Tyler going to come in and get his first bat of the day. Has played some left field for us this year so far. I do know that. But Tyler going to get his first plate appearance of the day. Swings at the first pitch, strike one. Trying to look, Tyler comes in with a 267 batting average. Swings at that one, makes solid contact, hit to short. Short fields it, throws over to second, gets the third out of the inning. They get out of it. So they leave still with a 19-14 lead. Indians do pick up 2, though, before that inning ends, cutting it to 19-14. We're going to take a break. We'll be back with the top of the ninth. And we're back. Was a pitching change, and we have not found out yet who that pitcher is yet for the Indians on the mound. But when and if we do get that information, we'll relay that back to you. As that is strike one. We do have. Is that Hartman up for? No, I'm sorry. That's going to be. Yeah, it is Hartman.
It is
up
Hartman.
for.
You're correct.
For the Lakeland Lakers, as Aiden just fell down here and He is asleep in the floor. So y'all help us out a little bit with Aiden. But yes, he did commit. It's going to be strike 2, 1-2 count. That may be Aiden out there pitching with all I know.
I think Aiden's still in here with us. I apologize. Most of the time I recognize faces and names. We do have some jersey numbers occasionally depending on what top we wear, and had a little issue trying to refill those, being able to get those made. So apologize to those back home, but we will get that pitch and change, bring it to you shortly.
Swung on that one, foul back. 2-2 count. Again to Hartman. Hartman was the victim of a strikeout in his last at bat. We are in the top of the 9th inning here. Lakeland Lakers with a 19-14 lead here on Etowamba. As he swings through that, gets the K. That's the first out of the inning. Gets that leadoff guy out.
Now batting number
Good
2,
job there on
Isaac
that
Flowers.
end. Now you got Isaac Flowers up. Guess what, Colin? What should we expect out of Isaac Flowers?
Flowers is first pitch swinging all day.
Unless
So,
it's probably
let's
one of
see
these
here if we-
balls or something that's way high or way low. But if it's in the zone, he should be swinging. Let's see. And it's not in the zone. He takes ball 1. So good eye by Flowers. But he is normally a first pitch swinger on that. But we've been throwing him first pitch. And guess what? He's been successful. He has 3 singles on the day. And he did swing at the first strike. So fouled that one off. But Flowers has had a good day with those 3 singles.
That's one of those guys we see first pitch swinging, left-handed batter, right-handed pitcher. If you want the pitcher to have a good change up there and be able to go at him first pitch, knowing that.
Fouled that one off. Indian netting there. So that's going to be a 1-2 count. So quickly ahead.
I didn't see Coach Lott flinch down there. That kind of scared me. I thought it was going towards the dugout,
Well,
but I guess
did
he
too
had a
at
better
first.
read on it.
It hit this netting right here, I know, on this side. But I'm like you. I thought it was going to go toward the dugout. But
There's
lines
another
that
hit.
one out to the outfield to center. So Flowers continues his day of singles and getting on base. And so good job by Flowers there to
Now batting number
settle down and get on
4,
base. Got
Logan
1
Nagel.
out now, and that's going to bring up Logan Nagel. He walked his last at bat.
We're deep in the scorebook at this point. For those of you back home, so we apologize if we take a little time looking back. Multiple sheets going here.
Ball high right there. Couldn't get that breaking pitch to catch the zone. So 1 out, runner at first for Lakeland. Trying to add some runs on the board to put more pressure on the Indians as that's strike 1. Because the Indians got to find a way still in the bottom of the 9th, not only to get 5 just to keep the game going, but if Lakeland scores any more this inning, they definitely have to add to that. But right now they've got the tough task of 5, as that one's going to be outside for ball 2, 2-1 count to Logan Nagel, who was the right fielder today. Swung on a miss on that one. That one came right back at him. 2-2 count. Challenged him. He won the match. And again, folks, you're saying, well, who is he? I wish I could tell you. I apologize. Again, I know, like Colin Mingus said, we've had some jerseys that had to be swapped around due to ordering issues and things of that nature. That one's outside, full count. And so we just don't have that number up here in our broadcast booth. And no one has bothered to share with us who this is. So we've been trying to find out. If we do, we'll let you know. Full count, 1 out, runner at first, going to check the runner. They thought they got him. Indians did. Umpire said, no, we did not. He's back in. And that's Flowers getting back in. So Logan Nagel there still up the plate with a full count. Runner Acted like he was going, did not. Doesn't matter. Got the K.
Big Renaissance Bank strikeout there for out number 2. Caught him looking on the breaking ball.
So that's going to bring up Bryce Byers. Had a big single off the wall his last at bat. And that was he got an RBI off of that one. They're going to check the runner again at first. He's able to get back in. But that was a double off the wall by Bryce Byers in his last at bat. Prior to that, he had 2 other singles as well. So Byers has had a decent day at the plate as well. First pitch is ball 1. (19-14) lead by Lakeland over Etowamba. Is he going to check the runner at first? He's back in. Lakeland has 16 hits on the day. ICC 13 hits, 3 errors for Etowamba to 2 for Lakeland. That gets you caught up basically where we are here in the top of the 9th inning with 2 outs. As that pitch is swung on, and that's going to be fouled off out of play out there in the Indian bullpen, looks like. Strike 1 count. If anyone's still listening to us, we appreciate you for hanging with us and putting up with myself and Colin Minga this afternoon and on into the early evening. I guess at this point we'd call it evening. It's 5:55. It is officially evening. We skipped the pre-evening hour and we moved to the evening as he swung on that one. Byers did, missed it, 1-2 count here. And speaking of evening, and I've mentioned this again, the Lady Indian basketball team has tipped off. We'll try to get some updates of that and pass that along to you when possible. Pitch outside, ball 2, 2-2 count. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Here in the top of the 9th.
Deuce is wild here, Dr. Boggs. Let's see if we can get an out right here. And between innings, we'll get a score update for our Lady Indians basketball. There it is.
Good pitch back inside. Came back in on him and got him looking on the K. 3rd out of the inning. Needed it. 2 runs, no runs scored in that inning. 19-14 lead going into the bottom of the 9th. Last chance for the Indians. Got to get 5 to keep this game alive. We'll be back.
Happiness!
And we're back. Will Cavanis going to lead off the inning here. Bottom of the 9th for the Indians. still have Orner up on the mound for Lakeland. First pitch swinging. Cavanis fouls that one off down the left field side there, out of play. Strike one. Indians got a big task ahead of them here to remain in this game. They got to at least get 5 to keep it rolling. 6 to go ahead and take the win as that one's fouled down the third base side, third base line. Strike 2, 0-2 count. Colin, we had an update on the Lady Indians basketball.
Yeah, quick score update here. After the first quarter of play for the Lady Indians, they are currently up 16-8 over Mississippi Delta.
16-8. So that one's in the turf there. Ball 1, 1-2 count. So we'll keep you updated on the basketball games. We, as soon as game 1 ends for us here, which that's going to be ball 2, 2-2. We will have a break in between games. Not sure how long that will be at this point. We'll find out. And then we will come back for game 2, which will be a 7-inning game. Swung on, chopped foul. Still strike 2, 2-2 count. No outs. Indians got work to do here if they're going to stay in this game in game 1 here to keep it alive. Need to get Cavanis on. Ball in the turf. Ball 3, 3-2 count. Got a 5-run lead. You just got to throw strikes, Colin.
Yeah, same thing we talked about earlier with the Lakers. They've had a couple innings there of
Grounded to third. Is he going to be able to pick it? Yeah, he's safe. Cavanis runs it out. So it's going to be a hit. Cavanis does a good job hustling down the line, doing what he can to keep this game going. It's going to bring up Bryson Jackson, if I'm not mistaken. Yes. I see him out there on deck now swinging.
Jackson, coach upset with that call there, but plenty of time for the third baseman there for the Lakers. Just kind of took his time and then looked like he threw almost throwing a grenade over there, Dr. Boggs. He kind of short-armed it, threw it in the dirt. Good pick there by the first baseman, but that allowed Cavanis to beat it out.
Cavanis beat it out. So, again, that's another hit for the Indians on the evening. But Bryson Jackson up. Swings through the first pitch for strike 1, 0-1 count. ICC doing what they need to here again on the front end. Got 14 hits out there to the 16 hits for Lakeland. Swung on, popped up. That's going to get out of – no. Oh, left fielder had a play on it out there, Colin, and did not make the catch. Could have. It hit him in the glove. It stayed in play. As far as in foul territory in play, that did not get out of play there. So that's an opportunity missed by Lakeland right there to get that first out. But it is an 0-2 count, so it did not hurt anything.
Let's see if Jackson can take an advantage of that.
Lunged at it, did not get him to swing. It's a ball 1, 1-2 count. Runner at first. That runner is in Will Cavanis. And still got a little talking going on here. Not sure.
I think he's coming out of the bullpen where the umpire pointed, so.
Okay. 1-2. Got him committed there. Run. Oh. Well, ground ball thrown to second.
I think the catcher wanted to try to hold up on that. He thought about it, and then he tried to hold up, but it still come out. So
runner goes. What it is, he's committed to it. Bryson Jackson did to get the first out. That's the strikeout. And the runner was going, and so the catcher threw it down. And like you say, I think he tried to hold up after he was going to throw and then tried to hold it up. Luckily, it was a ground ball, and it was able to be fielded out there without getting by. So Cavanis moves up to second on the strikeout.
Brings up Trey Gunn. Let's see if he can continue his good day he's had so far.
And he has. He's had a good day because be careful if you do because Jacob Pearl follows him, and they seem to be providing a good tandem there of 1-2 punch there. So you got to know that if you are Lakeland on that side right there. And that's ball 2-0 to Trey Gunn.
Yeah,
Good eye.
Gunn has reached base his last 4 plate appearances.
Comes back inside, a little high. Ball 3-0 count. Trey Gunn, he'll be taken here.
Yeah, double, walk, single in his last 4 for Gunn.
Taken all the way. Strike 1, 3-1 count. Wouldn't surprise me if he's taken again, to be honest with you.
Got to have base runners. Still down by 5. That's a line missile out of here, Dr. Boggs.
He said, he told he said, Brad, I'm not
Yes, sir.
taking anything.
Woo!
I'm going to
See
knock
you
the
later,
ball out of the
baseball.
park.
That's a home run by number 19, Trey Gunn.
Trey Gunn takes that pitch and just, I'm talking about lines it out of here in a matter of seconds.
Didn't need the wind on that one.
No wind or anything, and they just lined it out of here. That's a 2-run shot. Cuts the lead to 19-16.
Now up to bat for the Indians, number 23, Jacob Pearl.
Goes back to the top of the lineup now, and Jacob Pearl. And
And get it back to the top of the order. Still needing base runners here. Still down by 3.
Pearl looks at ball 1. Pearl has reached base several times tonight. I'd love to tell you how many, but I don't have that many fingers.
So let's see here, Dr. Boggs. He is currently 3 for 4 with 2 hit by pitches.
Take strike 2 right there, that breaking pitch, 1-2 count there. Bases are clear after that Trey Gunn home run. Indians need more base runners to stay in this. Swings at strike 3 right there. 2 outs now. Going to come down to Madden Butler.
Yeah, back-to-back good pitches there
Up to
by
bat for the
Orner.
Indians,
Backdoor
number
breaking
17,
ball, and then went for a called strike for strike
Butler.
2. You don't see Pearl extend the zone very much, but he did there. That ball didn't quite get back in the zone. Backdoor breaking ball again, but Pearl chase.
Butler up with 2 outs. Last opportunity for the Indians here as he swings through that first pitch there for strike 1. Again, it's 19-16. Yes, you heard me correctly. This is baseball, ICC baseball. 19-16. Lead by Lakeland here in the bottom of the 9th inning. One count to Madden Butler. No one on base. Swings on that pitch. That's going to be lined out to right field. And that's going to be the last out of the inning. Lakeland's going to take game 1 of this series.
Score from Crescent Field.
9 innings there. It's going to be 19-16 win.
Guaranteed Bank opening pitch for game 2 will start in 30 minutes.
It's going to be 16 hits to 15 hits. Lakeland had 16. Etowah 15. Etowah had 3 hits. Lakeland 2. As far as errors, 3 errors there to 2 errors. And so ICC drops game 1 of this doubleheader series here tonight. We will flip around and have a 30-minute break here
To start
game 2.
Go
Carl,
ahead
you
and
got
start.
any type of things you want to cover? Or?
Yeah, real quick, instead of taking a break, we'll go ahead and do our quick stats, start of the game. Dr. Boggs just give you the stats and some keys that we talked about here. And you may disagree with me, Dr. Boggs. I think the Samstown Market star of the game's got to go to Trey Gunn.
Yes.
The day that he had, Trey was 4 for 5 with a walk. He had a double, 2 singles, and then the home run there in the ninth, the 2-run home run there for the Indians. So a big day out of the 9-hole there for Trey Gunn. The Indians swung it well at the plate, but way too many missed opportunities there. And as we talked early in the game, on the mound, giving up those 15 runs in the first 4 innings, hard to battle back from that. But the positive out of that, they did battle. We didn't just roll over. Game could have been long gone and over with very early, but the Indians continued to battle at the plate and showed some resilience there, but just could not pull out the comeback.
That is true. So we're finishing out here game 1, 19-16 victory by Lakeland College here tonight. Good job by the Lakers. ICC and Lakeland will be back here in probably now about 28 minutes for the start of game 2. It will be a 7-inning affair. So hold on, and if you need to, folks, flip over to one of the two. I think it says the red or the blue channel. I think it's the red channel.
You're right.
Flip on over and watch our women's basketball team as they're taking on Mississippi Delta tonight. That game is currently going on. If you want to, please feel free to flip back to the gray channel and tune back in to myself and Colin Ming as we'll be calling game 2 here in about 28 minutes. We'll be back.